dude, the whole city is going to be like people with face tats who like fucking, you know, watch people on TikTok during their break.
Yes.
Who are trying to get into those crypto schemes you were talking about earlier. You know, they're like, I work at Amazon now, but next week I'm going to be homeless outside of a motel because I almost got flew to Iceland, you know?
My time. My time.
We are back with the great Izzy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you got me this shirt.
Yeah, I did.
You look cool as shit, by the way. You got the boot. They can't even see your boots.
Yeah, I got these docks. Give me a little bit of height, you know? I know the first thing you did is you complimented my height or my look. I was pretty stoked on that.
Is this your t-shirt?
Yeah, I had those designed a while back.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's Saturn eating his son, little Kronos action. I joke that that's Rick Rubin. It's little music industry special for you.
I know a lot of people that know him personally.
I know one person who like has worked with him, and it's interesting because like I was autistically doing all of this research trying to kind of figure out what was going on with him, like with his book, you know?
Oh, I can tell you.
And yeah, well,
you
yeah,
probably have an idea.
I could tell you now, but like I just became super interested, and he has this like website called Tetragrammaton, and I'm like, that's kind of like Kabbalistic and like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like basically found he works with this dude. Do you know who meme analysis is?
No, I don't.
He has this this YouTube channel. It's called Meme Analysis, and he breaks down like tarot cards and like explains like the like Jungian psychoanalyst side of like memes and how they resonate, and memetics and all of these things. And he works with Rick, and so yeah, it's just really crazy. Like Rick is super into a lot of really interesting stuff. But yeah, this guy's name is Chris Gabriel. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I just subscribed. Rick is he's like a ketamine guy.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, he's like a ketamine guy who's like he thinks he's like an InfoWars guy pretty much.
Okay.
Like he's all about, he's like, we live in a police state.
Right.
He's way further to the right than people think. Like
really?
way to the right. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
and all the people in LA, you know, too, they do the ketamine therapy bullshit.
See,
where they're constantly snorting.
Yeah.
You know, they have the nasal spray.
Oh, that's what the...
Yeah.
See, okay,
have you seen people do that when you're out? They go,
yeah, I have.
It's ketamine. It's K.
See, I'm new to like LA. I've like spent time here, but I just moved here, and everyone has this like interesting, withdrawn but really intensive, like interested gaze, like when you're out socializing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be like a Coke guy. I've been sober for like almost 4 years, but I used to be a Coke guy, and I'm like, they have this like weird like Coke focus, but it's not Coke, you know? And so that's what that is it's like an intensive, like...
I've had one friend now that got on it, and they became such a self-righteous, like, I'm centered now piece of shit,
right.
that I actually had to, unfortunately, stop being friends with them.
Interesting.
Because we had like a big kind of... It's a friend of mine from Texas where like I loved him a lot, but he just would get, it's just too intense. And he was like, I hate that you're sober. I wish we could do ketamine together and like ride bikes around. And I'm like, man, I have kids. Like it's like, I'm not going to be riding a bike around and I'm on ketamine and I get hit by like a car. And then I'm like, well, that's that, I get. Like, I just like, I graduated out of doing shit like that. And then he just became very intense. He started wearing kimonos. This is a guy I loved for a long time, but he just became deeply insecure and on ketamine, and he would like lash out at me, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I didn't have time for it. I ejected from it.
It's for depression, or it's...
I mean, I think it's just like...
Just to get high.
It's the same as a wino, where they're like...
Right.
They're like, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm really into, you know...
Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
because it's a therapy.
Right. Yeah, that's it's really... I don't know, man. Sobriety is an interesting thing, because I feel like everybody is in and out of sobriety in LA, but they're like not really sober. Like I have like these like friends who are always cutting back on drinking, but they're just always kind of hammered.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this weird thing where it's like I'm an all or nothing guy. Like I can't do, like, my idea of like sober is like I can't do anything.
I can tell from your videos you have severe OCD.
I have a lot of things going on, dude, you know? I'm like
Kindred spirits.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Somebody recommended that I watch Under the Silver Lake recently.
Yeah.
And
it really encapsulates like the Silver Lake asshole.
Yeah, and
that time period of Silver Lake.
Right. Yeah. And it's funny because I was watching him and I like related to that character like way too much. I was like, oh, I'm just this guy. This is just who I am. And I was like, I don't think this is good.
You're like, that's bad.
I like finished the movie and I was like, oh, he's the guy killing the dogs. You know? I was like, I get it. And then I'm like thinking about it and I was like, oh, it's super crazy. So, you know, I'm like talking about my sobriety or whatever. I've developed this thing. I run every day. And I don't run like a mile. I run like 10 to 20 miles a day. And
former fat kid.
Yeah. Well, see, I was like an athlete in shape, and then college hit, and then I started boozing, and then I just went I was like a 40 drink a day guy. I wasn't like a 6-pack a night kind of guy. But now I've like developed this like running habit that's like an addiction. It's not even a habit. It's just like a fully addicted thing. But I literally saw 2 diamonds spray painted on the ground like yesterday after seeing this movie, and I almost took a picture of it on my phone, and I was like, I can't. And then I went for a run this morning.
You
and
saw a dead dog.
Yeah. I was dragging a dog by the leash. No, and then I went for a run again today, and I saw the diamonds again, and I was like, I gotta take a picture of this. And I was like, I can't. I had to like force myself to not take the picture.
Yeah, that's your thing. You're red stringing stuff all the time. It's fantastic. I love I watch some of your videos and you're swinging from vine to vine so masterfully.
Yeah.
And kind of there will be a vine that's not even there and you grab onto it and keep going.
Yeah. I'm like Tarzan. Yeah, it's pretty it's a fun hobby habit. It's a fun thing, you know.
Well, the chat finds you very charming. They're loving you.
That's good. Dude, I've done live streams before. I did a live stream with this one person and they were very nice. I think they might have been a Fed, but they were nice. And
that's how sometimes I wonder if John Colin was a Fed, because he contacted me to talk about Mandalay Bay.
I can tell you off air. I know one person who hit me up who I just like. I can confirm people like legit, like for sure. Like these people are definitely not normal people,
or they're being fed disinformation and they don't even know it.
Oh, that's a definite thing. I've seen people who, because like a lot of my content I think is bigger than people realize. And I know I can tell when people have taken my content and injected something into it and then like altered it and changed it. Like I've seen that a lot. But I was on this one person's show who like their chat during the thing was popping up on screen and they were like talking shit about me because it was like I didn't know this. It was like a really Christian show. And I was wearing a hat that had a jack-o'-lantern cut out on it. And they were like, this guy's demonic. And like the whole show was like me trying to prove I'm like not demonic, which makes you just seem more demonic. So I was like, yeah, you know, like Matthew 7:6, you know, don't cast these swine any pearls.
I have this evangelical part of my brain because I was raised in it where it's like, I think there's a meme where it's like, to understand the evangelical, you have to know that anything they don't understand is the devil.
Right. Okay.
So everything is the devil.
Yeah.
Like anything that you're like, you see a pumpkin at, you're like,
yeah,
it's a demon.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
It's a demonic spirit.
But then I'm also kind of like, you know, I'm swinging to that vine of like, well, it is, and I need to take the hat off. But then it's like they're influencing me. You know.
Did you read any Tim Tate? A lot of this stuff, because so you know Kurt, who's a good friend of mine, Kurt Metzger. Tim Tate's book "Children for the Devil" really delineates the Satanists versus the Wiccan stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And I would just put the pumpkin stuff, the jack-o'-lantern, I would just say that is just the Wiccan pagan shit, not true Satanism, which is the inversion of Christianity, the upside down cross, black mass, all that stuff. But a lot of Satanists also like the spooky stuff. Aquino said that. Michael Aquino said, at the end of the day, we really just love the spooky aesthetic of things.
Which is like where I'm living now is so spooky, scary skeletons. Like, it's like spring going into summer and there's like skeletons on people's
yeah.
yard, and it's like this weird like. See, but then I started going down those vines. That's such a good word, the vines thing. That's such a good analogy.
That's how I see it in my
vines.
head when I'm finding the one thought. Because I sit in here sometimes for like 5 hours just talking, and I'm just swinging from one idea to the other.
No,
and I'm shocked that it just keeps going on forever.
Yeah, and it always comes back. Yeah, no, but I've noticed like these people will have pumpkins, and then like there's this weird like lantern pattern I've noticed where they have these like actual candle lanterns that they light every night, and I'm like, well, these people are obviously all in on this together. Like they're connected. They're lighting these together 7 p.m. every night. Like there's no way this is just a. This is just.
They must be. I mean, I'm always thinking there's some shadowy cult that has tunnels underneath preschools, and I mean, obviously, like Ted Gunderson and people like that have basically proved this stuff. But I mean, I think even if this stuff was like proven,
it doesn't.
I don't think it would change anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's
all the satanic cults in Northern California. I mean, sacrificing people in Stanford in the chapel, like on Aleister Crowley's birthday. It's like, is this all coincidence?
Dude,
you know,
there's so many things. It gets so frustrating because it's like, no matter how early I am on something or how early. Or how like much you can prove something, it doesn't really matter because no one really cares anyways. It's just like
know.
Yeah,
I know. People just want their burger.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude.
I know.
Or they just want to they just want to tell me I'm wrong, or not even that I'm wrong, just that I'm like slightly off.
No, or that you need to calm down.
They'll be like, it's not Crowley, it's Crowley. It's like, okay, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know?
If you can understand what someone is saying enough that you can correct them in the pronunciation, they correct it. They pronounce that word correctly, and everybody needs to chill the fuck out.
See, I like listen to this, dude. I know the guy. This person, Chris Gabriel.
The memes matter guy.
Memes matter. Yeah. So he is like a legit Thelemite. Like he is a Crowley guy, you know, through and through.
Wait, really? He practices the Book of Thelema? He reads all that shit?
Oh yeah, he's like, he's in on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but
oh my god.
But here's the thing. He says Crowley, right? And this guy is like a guy who like likes the guy. And people are like, no, it's Crowley. And he says Crowley. Ozzy Osbourne said Crowley. David Bowie said Crowley. I say Crowley.
Wait, so what is this guy? What is this whole thing? I mean, is he into the Agape Lodge, L. Ron Hubbard, Pasadena, the whole thing?
So that
Rocket
far,
Propulsion Lab?
I don't know how. Like, he's one of those people who he's really into like almost like the academic side of it, you know?
He's a nerd for Satanism.
Yeah. But like Thelema, you know? Because it's like you were saying, right? There's like the Wiccan stuff, and then there's like Satanism, and then there it really is different in a lot of ways. Like there's like
even the Temple of Set is very different, which broke off from that.
It's all like it's kind of like Christianity where there's different you know, denominations or whatever, and I think that like there's this thing with like people kind of like Candace Owens or this like really like fundamentally like shallow understanding of this stuff, and it's like everything's an inversion. Like they just want to be devil. They just like the devil, and it's like no, they don't even like real. I don't even think they know what they like. They just want things to be fucking fucked up, you know? It's kind of, I don't know, dude. Like,
no, I know what you mean. A lot of these people aren't really steering the ship. No one is at the wheel. It's just kind of drifting off to the sea.
Right. And it's kind of like with Crowley, like he had these ideas that were kind of like rooted off of like kind of not liking Christianity, and then it turns into its own thing, and it's like, oh, you have these different ages, like the age of Osiris, the age of Isis, we're in the age of Horus, and then it gets into all of this like, you know, symbolism, like with alchemy and triangles mean this certain thing, and everything has this own meaning in to where it becomes its own religion in and of itself. And then you have people who are like, you know, thinking Baphomet is Satan. And it's like, no, those aren't even the same thing. Yep. And then they're just, you know, but they're going to tell you in a TikTok comment section that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, I know. You know, you just reminded me of something I haven't read, but you know, Freud published a book about Moses actually being a pharaoh. Did you know about this?
I don't know about this.
Freud did this whole thing where it's called, my Jewish friend sent it to me. Freud, and I didn't know Freud even got into this stuff.
Oh, dude, Freud is he's a wild boy.
It's called Moses and Monotheism. Argues that Moses was not Hebrew, but actually an Egyptian nobleman and follower of the monotheistic pharaoh Akhenaton. Freud suggests the Egyptian Moses introduced the religion to the Jews and was killed in a revolt, creating long-lasting collective guilt.
Interesting. That's
very
super
interesting theory.
See, you know, that's stuff like that really does make a lot of sense, because when it comes to kind of like I talk about the music industry a lot, right? Like, the music industry ends up connecting to not only Judaism, but things like even like Egyptology in this really crazy way that, like, when you explain it, you're just swinging from vines and people are like, oh, this guy's like fucking insane. But it really is things like this, right? So like perfect example, right? Like I've heard you talk about Jack Black. You know, like the Jack Black phenotype, you know, with
the Tenacious D kind of.
Yeah. That one guy, the fucking I'm getting rich. I want to kill that guy too. I want to kill him. Like, really, you know, it's always
say whatever
like,
you want. We're not even on YouTube.
No, yeah. There's
We're
always
on the
like
website.
there's always like the in Minecraft thing. It's like I don't do Minecraft, you know. So no, like Jack Black is an example of going from this like TikTok burger sort of origin to like literally like the Levitical priest class, like crazy Abrahamic stuff, right? So it's like you have Jack Black, you kind of start to peel the layers back, right? Jack Black's mom worked for NASA.
I did see that,
and she literally developed the guidance system that guided the Apollo 13 and developed the missile guidance systems for like Minutemen missiles. So like when we are...
And he has a lot of devil stuff in his...
Dude, a ton.
He loves devil shit. He plays the devil in a Christmas movie that came out 3 years ago. He takes a child to hell and teaches him stuff.
Probably teaches him about the pick of destiny and fucking French fries or something. No, see, there's always so his mom, right, develops this like missile guidance system or whatever, and then she marries a guy who is Irish. Last name is Black. So Jack takes the last name Black, probably because it rhymes, you know, and he's like, we're gonna manipulate. I'm gonna be in high fidelity, and we're gonna trick all of these people who like John Cusack into like, you know, liking whatever it is I'm trying to.
And a lot of those actors try to hide their Judaism. Some do.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, people like that.
Right. Yeah, and that's definitely a part of it. I thought it was just the rhyming thing. You know, I didn't know he was trying to hide anything. But
it probably is mostly that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Side note: I was sitting behind him 2 weeks ago for a 2-hour. You know, On Cinema, the Tim Heidecker, Greg Turkington show. I went to the live one in LA. It was unbelievable. But Bob Odenkirk and Jack Black, they are obsessed with the On Cinema show. They were laughing at all the inside jokes and stuff. And my friend faked that he had a seat next to Jack Black and his wife. And he was like, this is my seat. I have to sit here. And he totally ditched us. And I watched him sit next to Jack Black the whole time. Watching On Cinema. And this is just kind of a funny story. His wife got up. She's like, I need to go to the restroom. She got up, and my friend said, don't worry, I'll keep the seat warm for you while you're taking a piss or something like that. And Jack Black, who had been so cool to all the fans the whole show, like leaned over, he goes, pretty fucking weird, bro.
He's like, he finally had a moment.
Like, he didn't know if he was like negging his wife or like. But yeah, he kind of freaked him out a little bit.
That's funny.
But he was wearing the flame suit. He loves walking around in flames. I see him. I don't know if you drive around LA. I've seen him maybe 15 times.
That's so
walking
crazy.
with headphones. He's always wearing the flame top. And the flame bottom.
I've never seen him. Thank God.
I see him constantly.
I would attack him. I think I would. I think I'd have a moment. No, but it's crazy because it's like, so his mom has this like NASA connection, and then like, if you delve that back like even further, right? The mom remarries and then takes the last name Love. So her last name becomes Judith Love Cohen. But she never takes Jack Black's father's last name, I think because it's like non-Judaistic. And so long story short is like Cohen ends up being a last name from the actual like Levitical tribe of Judaism.
That's
And
right. I
so-
think it's the tribe of, is it Judah?
No, it's Levi. It's
it's Levi.
It's Levi, right? And so my point is like Moses is of the tribe of Levi. And so pretty much you can take almost any entertainer or musician and somewhere in their, you know, like within their connections, it goes back to the Levitical class, like every single time, like everybody. It's like fucking crazy. So that was like a 30-minute way to revert back to Sigmund Freud's book that you're talking about. I guess. See those vines, dude. We're going.
No, that's impressive. I mean, you're very good at you have the recall. You're very good at like I see you walk into this house and you're opening up all these doors in your mind and finding them and you're digging through.
It's like a Brian Callen stand up. That's what it's like. It's like I'm always trying to call back to the trans fucking.
You're so tuned. How are you tuned into the comedy world so well?
Oh, dude, I used to be a pretty big comedy fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who were your guys?
I was a big. I just start like naming people you personally know. No, I was like a big Cumtown fan for a long time, and then like, I don't know.
Nick's in town right now. He's writing on the roast.
Really, that's sick. Yeah,
he wrote some great jokes for the roast.
I don't know. It's weird. I was really like into like the podcasting sphere, and then I just wasn't like at all. And this was like kind of a while back, you know, like I feel like everybody kind of starts off listening to like Your Mom's House, and then they realize like they can only make so many jokes about bidets before it's like fucking enough.
Yeah, sure.
And now I'm like full circle into like Red Bar and like the joking of the jokes and like making fun of the whole thing, because it's like it just never ends. It's just like I don't know. I'm like a big Bappa guy, you know. I'm like very into Bappa and that whole.
Sure. I mean, nothing's funnier than being like, comedy is gay.
Yeah.
And just hitting the explosion.
Right.
Comedy sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
He's amazing. He's unbelievable. We were talking about him earlier in the stream, hoping he comes back.
Does he? Yeah, is he done? I don't really pay attention to it anymore. But
I talked to Luis Gomez, who texted him, said he didn't hear back from him. I'm not bothering him. I'm not emailing him. We've talked a little bit here and there on Instagram and email, but I'm not going to bother him because Lord knows what pain he's in or anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just hope he's not in too much pain.
Yeah, the first time I ever got a comment that Red Bar is watching, I was like, holy shit, I fucking did it.
Why would they be watching you?
I have no idea. Because I'm fucking retarded. I don't know. I'm like dude, like my Instagram looks insane. Like if you like people who just see my Instagram, like I look legitimately mentally fucking ill.
We should plug your channel, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your channel's doing really good, and here's a big thing
it's
too.
Been doing well lately.
It has stayed on YouTube.
I don't know how. Well, you know what?
I'm going to subscribe to you. This is our clips channel. This is the last channel we have that hasn't been deleted that I use sometimes.
No, it's
Damn, your Rick Rubin one did well.
Yeah. That's weird. It tells you 154,000. It tells me all my numbers are completely different.
Really?
That it shows me. Oh yeah.
Do you think that's all controlled in a very specific way?
It sounds crazy, but I think so. Like I've seen them lie about my numbers on Instagram, and people used to get a warning on Instagram when they followed me. There used to be an actual notification that popped up that would say like, that I was like a dangerous individual or whatever.
What? Oh, this was during like COVID Biden shit when they were repressing people.
Yeah, this is like probably 2023 maybe.
Go support Izzy on Patreon too. Patreon.com/ is it just say Izzy N Griffin?
Yeah. Oh, my Patreon is where I put like the full videos. Everything on YouTube is just like a trailer.
Holy
for, like,
shit! You have 9,000 members. Holy shit!
Yeah, I've been working really hard on this whole thing.
God damn.
So that video, that like one that says Moloch on it, right on the front.
Okay. This one, right?
The Nirvana one.
This one?
Into the Arms of Moloch.
Yeah.
Dude, I pissed somebody off with that, and I can't really say this because I don't know for sure, but I can't say this. They're for sure in with like the Nirvana people, and like I got the craziest copyright thing on YouTube for the trailer of that video that I've never like seen before, where it was like, you know how there's like the DMCA strike? It was like a full-on notification where it's like, this video will be deleted in 7 days. If you don't delete it, you'll get a copyright strike. So usually if you get something like that, you can work out with like the person who did the copyright strike. Like you can email them, it will bring up their email, and you can work out taking the video down or removing it. And the only option was like to delete the video. And I was like, oh, this is like super weird. So long story short, like I screenshotted a Google AI summary, and that Google AI summary had part of a photo that was copyrighted by some like random photographer from the 90s. So somebody like poured through this video to try to find something to get the video taken down, and contacted this photographer from the 90s who like got an attorney to contact YouTube to get the YouTube video removed entirely. So like, and then they like messaged me and reached out to me, because in the video what I do is I tie parts of Epstein's Black Book to Courtney Love, and I think that the death of Cobain had more to do with like that aspect of Courtney Love and her whole thing, because she has like weird ties to like Prince Andrew and like some really weird shit going on. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's just really weird. I've never seen anything like that.
I just realized you look a little too red.
Yeah, I have like a natural. I might be. I have a red tinge. I get a little flush.
That's totally me, because I have the filter, because I love red. I'm gonna make you beautiful. Hold on. We're gonna make it a little brighter in here. I'm gonna turn the contrast. Oh, not the contrast. I'm gonna turn the.
It's literally my face.
Saturation down a little bit. No. It's not. Hold on. And then the hue shift. It's probably just here.
When I was
that's a little better.
I was in middle school. I had a teacher one time. I had gotten sunburned. I'm naturally red, but I had gotten sunburned, and I've always been like self-conscious about my face getting red. And this teacher was like kind of frying me about like being sunburned, and I had like a mental breakdown and started crying in class. And like ever since then, whenever somebody's like, "Oh, you're kind of looking a little red," I get like even more red, because then I'm aware that I'm like flush.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Well, when I used to drink,
you're under lights too. I got the spotlight and shit.
Yeah, I used to turn purple. Like when I would drink, I would look like this table. I would just like I have that whole thing going on.
That rocks.
So I would be like fucking purple and like 250 and like sweating, and people would be like, this guy's fucking hammered, and I'd be like, I'm just completely sober right now. I'd be like teaching. I was like a drunk teacher for like fucking a long time. I was just a drunk teacher who would like listen to InfoWars during class.
That rocks.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was sick.
Yeah, nothing beats Alex back then. It's so good.
God, dude, he like that whole thing's really sad the way that ended.
Yeah, you know what? I try to remind myself that he had $1 trillion lawsuit against him, and the president liked him.
Yeah.
So, in terms of trying to like save his, I don't know, just protect his family and like his cash and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. I'm trying to have more empathy for people moving forward in terms of like making, I don't know, a compromise. Look, a lot of people will judge you, and they don't even know the compromises you didn't make. You know what I mean?
Right,
like privately,
right.
I can't go out and be like, I had the opportunity to take this money or to do this, and I didn't do it. And you guys should be, but they don't see any of that.
Right,
they only see the actual compromises. So I don't know. When it comes to Alex and stuff, like I think there's a big drug thing there too.
Yeah, I could see that.
Drugs, and people who live in Austin say, 4 a.m, he shows up at some like stripper coke house thing,
shit.
and it's just
That's
like
crazy.
that's a known thing. And thing in Austin too is Rick Perry will, knock on your door and ask you for some cock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he'll
That's
go.
cool.
He'll be like he'll be in your bushes, watching you take a shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The governors, Texas is crazy with the closeted stuff. They really do it right down there.
Right.
They'll be on a deer blind whacking off, watching you.
Right. The anima of Joe Rogan is always lurking in the fucking. No, yeah, it's that's a good point. Like, because there's like, I don't know, I'm not even that big, and I'll release stuff and people have no idea like what's going on in my personal life, and then someone will tell me like I mispronounced something, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Actually, like this is it.
I know you have to. It's so funny because I think if you really make anything, you're probably sensitive.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
Because you have to intake information, and you can't just be a hardened psycho. You wouldn't be like curious. If you're curious about the world, you're sensitive to the world.
Right.
And I can be fine for months and months and months, and I'll just see one comment, and for whatever reason, it like fucks me up.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not even a specific thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just, for whatever reason, it just caught me with my guard down.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been, like, especially when I was doing Tim's show, too. I mean, I know it was a joke, but, like, before every episode, and that show was so big.
Right.
If me and Tim were running around, the episode was 4 hours late, I mean, my DMs would be like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Right.
You're a worthless
Yeah.
faggot. Where's the fucking, and it was, I'd open my DMs, I'd be like, I know it's like kind of a bit, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
see,
every week.
Dude, that's something that, like, it's really weird. It's like, you understand it's not that serious, and you have this sort of approach towards things like that in general, where you understand it's like the internet, and it is this like compartmentalized part of your sort of like psyche. But it's like you're saying, like, one little comment will just like pierce this sort of like thing, and eventually,
not even the harshest comment though.
It'll always be something that's so like dumb, and it's always like an idiot. You can tell that
you can tell they're a moron.
They like popsicles, kind of thing. It's like this person eats popsicle.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
They
like,
huff glue.
Yeah. And it's like, because here's the thing. Before I started like really, I guess, doing this more seriously, I kind of thought people were like me. Like, there's a baseline general intelligence, and people could kind of just like be people, and they sort of understood things. Like, if I said like it's raining cats and dogs, people would be like, oh yeah, it's coming down out there. And like, I realized like what I thought was the average intelligence level is half of half of half. Like, it's crazy.
Well, something like an idiom like that would be like, you would only know people say that if you've been around human beings.
Right.
But if you're living the life that these people live, they don't know.
Yeah.
Like the simplest shit.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
But they might have a hyper specific focus on something else that they're correcting you on, which also pisses you off about them.
Because right, exactly. Like, this person can't drive, but they are right, and I am saying Crowley wrong.
You know what?
And it's like, you know, I'm noticing diamonds on my run. And this is like the fucking thing.
Do you know, I mean, it's linear knowledge. Who's the guy who wrote the Franklin scandal? I forget his name.
I know who you're talking about, but I couldn't tell you the name either.
Tim and Ray interviewed him. And what's funny, I remember Tim said something funny to me about, like, because on the episode, they mentioned like the Simpsons, and he doesn't know who the Simpsons are. Mm-hmm. But he knows, he has this wealth of information about
right.
Like,
just right.
Omaha and Larry King and like all this shit.
Right.
And Watergate. And you can ask him about anything, and then he'll be like, wait, who's Peter Griffin?
Right.
And that is if you are if you dive down too deep into, I mean, there's a chance like Rust Cole in the storage unit doing everything he did, there's a chance he doesn't know what the TV show Friends is.
Right. See,
he doesn't know.
Dude,
he doesn't know who Lisa Kudrow is.
Right.
And that's somehow kind of an issue in terms of me trying to, you know, relate to them as human beings.
I kind of feel like that sometimes, because people will ask me, I'm like not a movie guy. And like, there's always those people who've seen every fucking movie, and they'll ask about a basic movie, and it's like, I haven't seen it. And then it becomes this thing where the back and forth becomes impossible because I don't understand. So I guess maybe that's just me.
No. That's a sports thing too. People do that all the time.
Right.
Where you go, oh, I don't really watch football. And then they'll keep going. They'll go, yeah, the Dolphins.
Right.
And you're like, dude, I don't.
They're like, I haven't been in the ocean in months. Like,
it's a weird, like, we're very blessed to not have coworkers, really.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Could you imagine?
I can't, dude.
Knowing the shit you know now.
I would, you know what's funny?
You'd be called into HR all the time. Like, you have to stop talking about Thelema.
Yeah. I'd be like,
it's weirding people out.
Yeah. I'd be like noticing the fucking patterns in her office, you know? Well,
you look outside, the crows are swirling into it.
Right.
You're on like the Lauded and shit.
I'm fully just manic, but I'm just like a fucking lush, dude. I'm just taking fucking barbiturates. I somehow have barbiturates somehow. No, it's like I was talking to my dad recently, and he was like, my dad's had a kind of a life where cycles will repeat. So, you know, he'll become successful, and then it won't work, and then he has to go back to the job that he had before it all worked, you know? And so he's always telling me, like, what you're doing is working for now. And it becomes this thing that we always talk about. And he was like, well, I mean, someday you might have to go back to teaching. And I literally looked at him so serious, like that will never happen because I'll either kill myself or I'll become a monk. Like there's nothing, dude. There's nothing.
What's wrong? Come on, teaching must be fun.
So, okay, the reason I contacted you was you had someone call in and they were talking about tard wrangling and like tard farming.
Oh, that guy was great.
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, amazing.
So
yeah.
But I was listening to that and I used to have a job like that. I was teaching in like it was like this school. It was like a last chance state run facility for like kids who were disabled and like special needs, but they had also been kicked out of like public school. So it was like this weird transition where it's like these kids should be in juvie, but they're special needs, so they can't be. And, you know, so it was like kids with Down syndrome who also would like, you know, try to like literally stab their teacher, like crazy shit like that. And so that was my last experience teaching. And that was better than teaching in a public high school where like the kids are literally like seniors and they can't read, but they're being pushed through because this Title I school needs funding from the state. It's like crazy. Like public school is crazy now.
I knew a teacher in Tyler, Texas that got stabbed by a student with special needs with a pair of scissors and killed. So that's
crazy. Yeah.
You got to show up with a flak jacket. Like,
yeah. Right.
You know?
For the retarded students and for like the gunman who comes in and like the angry armed security guard who watches my videos who's like noticing the HR fucking things in the room, you know? Izzy said that it's not a coincidence.
I can't imagine you really being in the public education system at all, actually, without having the little flask in the back, an ass pocket full of whiskey.
That's what it was. Like,
how would you drink?
Okay, do you want me to like explain in the morning?
Well, I mean, for the people at home, they might be public school teachers and they also want to get fucked up when they're at work.
So this is what I would do. I would wake up hungover. We'll go like end of the road,
okay.
like right before I was like, I gotta go to treatment. So I'd wake up hungover. I would immediately be like shaking, like I need to get to work. And I was one of those alcoholics where like I would drink everything of all I had, so I would have to like go to and from the store. So I would smash 2 25-ounce twisted tea cans.
Oh shit!
Usually the raspberry. And then I would take.
You wouldn't do still reserves like the tall cans or anything.
Well, that was like a treat, you know. That was like for later. But I would smash the twisted tea cans, and then I would take like anywhere from like 2 to 5 of those like 99 single shots.
Okay, yeah.
And that's like that's at like 7 a.m. going into work. So then I would like that would all be hitting all at once, and then like first period would start, and then I would just like have an assortment of like single shots of those like 99 watermelon. Because in my head, I was like, these smell like fruit. They don't smell like alcohol. Like, no one can smell the booze on me. And then like I would just be smashing.
You smell like Mad Dog.
Oh yeah, dude.
You smell like
I was the Mad Dog, dude. Like, and and then I would just be smashing just twisted tea cans like all day, and just like they'd be in my backpack, like spilling all over the place, and like.
Would you just go in the bathroom in a stall and drink one
in my classroom?
Like in front of the students, you had a brown bag?
No. Like I would wait. It would be passing periods, so it'd be like, I was a high school, so it was like period 1 would end, they would all leave, and then I would just chug, and then I'd wait for.
I love the idea that a school shooting breaks out and you're so fucked up. You're just like you put your feet back on your desk.
Like, yeah, right.
Looks like I'm going home early today.
Minimum day.
You're walking past the guy with the AR-15s, spinning your keys and whistling, and you just go to the bar.
I'm like,
looks like we gotta evacuate, huh?
I'm like
school's out early.
Yeah, drunken master, and I'm just like dodging the bullets. Yeah. Shaolin style.
Yeah.
No, that was a really wild time. And it was crazy because I was like, nobody fucking knows.
I thought you were gonna have some method where you're like, I have a piece of chalk that's fake, and I unscrew it, and it's a shot, and I take it and then put it back in.
No, dude.
Or something up the sleeve. Have you seen people have the to steal soda? They have the funnel in their hand, and it's a tube going down, filling bags.
Right, yeah.
They have like a bag suit, and they'll just do that at the
It's
like at a 7-Eleven and bring home a bunch of soda.
Yeah, they'll bring home like somehow this like weird pants bucket full of slushy. I guess
I'm surprised you were fat then too, because you don't care about eating really when you're that fucked up, because the eating ruins the drinking.
Right. Yeah, it does.
It gets in the way. The bread absorbs the alcohol.
It absorbs it.
No good.
Dude, my alcoholism was so extreme and so bad that I would like not be able to hold down the alcohol, and I would like swallow what would come back up. Like I was like a gnarly alcoholic. Like,
that sounds great. Did you have friends?
I had like a black dude I would do coke with. So, yeah.
Where's that guy now?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I think he had this really weird thing where he
I imagine him, by the way, in your drunken state. I imagine it, and he's saved in your phone as black guy I do coke with.
Yeah.
In your text.
Right, yeah.
You're just so completely out of it.
Yeah. Strangely enough, he like kind of saved my life in this like really weird way. Like I like met him in my like early 20s, and we had like went to different high schools within our hometown, and we had actually played football against one another. So like we had like kind of known of each other, and we like saw each other out one time at this like bar, and I was like fully like super depressed, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself this weekend. And then this guy was like, hey, let's just do coke instead.
Nice.
And then like I just did that for like years.
Drugs do often bring like some sort of social cohesion that can save people's lives. Same with fetish culture too. Yeah. A lonely person finds another, like a female mask type of. Like, I want to put on a mask and get hit with a baseball bat in a motel room.
Right.
And you would become a serial killer if you didn't find the other person that also wants to do that with you.
Right.
And so now you're saved. Now you can be a productive member of society.
Right. Yeah, with people like me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you're in the motel room doing coke, obviously.
Yeah. It's so, fetish things are so bizarre to me. I really can't understand anything like that. Like I've tried to like, you know how you like have like a concept or something you can't like fully, understand. That is one thing I don't get it. Like I can't understand like, wrap me in bubble wrap and like call me baby, like I don't fucking get that. But I guess people don't understand like having 40 drinks and doing an 8-ball of coke before work either. So it's like, there's two sides to everything.
I mean, these people have seen evils that we don't understand.
Right. Incomprehensible.
They've lived through the things we read about. The rituals, hey, snort the powder from the spoon.
Right.
Get upside down on the cross.
Yeah.
That was their life.
Right. Yeah.
These are people that were like sold to their uncle for 5 years.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Or just sometimes I'm like, maybe God fucked up.
Yeah. Or maybe he didn't. He didn't.
Sometimes I wonder if those people actually are possessed by demons and they don't have a soul.
Okay.
They actually have a demonic spirit in their body.
Yeah,
so then they become an inflatable pool toy and they float around in their pool and guys just whack off on them.
Right.
Because they don't exist anymore.
Right.
There's no light within them.
They become the embodiment of like that in which they're, it's interesting, like the inflatable pool toy. I was in a band, and in this band, this is a crazy story. In this band, I had a bass player, and the bass player's roommate killed him. We played a house show, and we were like, it was like at the bass player's house. They were like renting this home, and we were like warming up to play the show, and the guy comes out and he's like furious, fully knowing we're like gonna throw a party that night, and he's like really angry. He's like, you guys are like so loud. And it's like, yeah, we're like in a rock band. Like, that we're playing a show. Long story short, he had like a mental breakdown and freaked out that night and like killed him after we played the show. Like sledged him with a sledgehammer and killed him. So naturally we had to replace the bass player. So we had to get another bass player. And the bass player we got ended up being a gay furry whose best friend was featured on the show My Strange Addiction. And the guy, this sounds like such a fucking lie.
Yeah, it really does.
And the guy, I swear to God. And the guy.
This is your Bert Kreischer's The Machine.
Right, yeah.
Swear on my children, this is true.
I take my shirt off. No, and God, Bert Kreischer, huh?
You hate comedy so much. You hate comedy so much.
He's great. Bert Kreischer, yeah. So anyways, this guy, the inflatable pool thing. That was his thing. That was his best friend like was on the show, and his best friend was in love with the inflatable pool toys.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
I'm entirely speechless.
Right.
I have no questions.
The chat's just like, fucking kill him right now.
No, everybody's like, this is the most insane thing I've ever heard.
No, I swear to God, dude, I'm a super Christian. I start reeling off those earlier fucking scriptures. Evangelical mind, you know.
Were you raised evangelical?
I was raised Catholic.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
yeah, we're two different guys then.
Yeah, but the same.
Different makeup. Yeah, similar. Very
like
similar.
Yeah. Catholicism is like a really weird, it's like this weird thing where it's like, I was born and raised Catholic. Like in college, I like fully went like atheist and like was into like the occult and stuff. Very light, like loosely. And then like, I learned about all of the things that like the Catholic Church has done and like Jesuits and all of this stuff. And then like getting bailed out by the Rothschilds in 1823 and like all this weird shit. But it's like, I still just go to mass on Sunday. And it's like this weird thing. Cause it's like, what's the alternative? Like I go to like a non-denominational and they have like a drum kit.
I've been, it's absurd.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse to get together with your friends, which is fine
Right.
and healthy, but like
Right.
they just want to play volleyball on Sunday and
Yeah.
you know, have a potluck and shit.
Yeah.
It's all a bunch of horse shit.
See, but like Catholicism at the same time, like it's not even like what it was, like going to mass, right? Like going to mass, like I've been here in LA and it's like kids are just screaming and like playing in the like baptismal like fountains and like splashing water. Like it's crazy, you know? And it's like, they're just like happy people are actually at the church.
Sure.
So it's
as
like,
churches are dying.
right. And it's like, or do I like convert to Orthodoxy and then I'm that guy, you know?
And I've toyed with it. I'll tell you what, the Orthodox priests, I've watched a lot of stuff on YouTube and I read the Psalter a lot. The Kathismas, you know, you're supposed to read them throughout the week or whatever. The monkish kind of nature to these guys living out in the woods and the way they talk, they seem very, very, very happy.
Yeah.
And they seem very at peace with what they do. And it's the one religious thing I've kind of seen where I'm like, oh, this is like real to you.
Yeah.
It's not bullshit. Right. You're not just doing this because you were born in it. You feel it deep in your bones that this is to be true. And it enriches your life in a very it seems that it's transfigured their pain. It hasn't. They haven't transcended it. It literally transfigured all their pain, and they have found peace. And they're also a reoccurring theme with them is them saying that they're never fully enlightened. That it's just a constant battle every day, and to be comfortable with that battle and everything. But like, I know what you mean. It's like, am I really gonna convert to Orthodoxy when I'm 33?
Right.
Now I'm not, and I tell I go to Orthodox church now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And sorry,
everybody. Right. But I know.
I'm gonna like learn Greek, you know. But like it's like
that would be cool though.
I'm learning Russian right now, which is
sick.
Like I need to like do something purely for me, you know, and like I can't. Everything I know, I can't date a Western woman. But yeah, no, there is this like solace to like those kind of Orthodox dudes that's like very interesting. I don't know. I've been to Orthodox Mass and it's very like, it feels very powerful.
That seems to be the closest one to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, why was I given the Schofield Bible and not the Septuagint?
Right.
I can't even get down to the bottom of this.
Right.
Because I asked my evangelical friend, I go, why do you go to the Schofield and not the Septuagint? He goes, I've always said that I like to read the Bible that the Jews laid out for us. And I'm like, but the Jews did the Septuagint too. Right. First and Second Maccabees, Tobit. Right. What is it? Is it Esther and Ecclesiasticus? And there's one other book. I forget. There's like 6 extra or 7 extra books.
It's, I know which one you're talking about.
First and Second Maccabees, Ecclesiasticus. I think it's Tobit, which is funny because every time I see it, I think of Norbit, which I wish there was a book of Norbit.
Yeah.
Oh, and no, the Book of Enoch's not in there. That's
Apocrypha.
That's Tribe of Dan shit. There's one other book, but regardless, it doesn't matter.
Right.
The point is that the Jews also laid that one out, and this is supposedly closer to the. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? Is it you have the papers, you have the research, you have the documents.
As far as like, what do I think about the Septuagint versus?
Well, what's the closest one when it comes to Christianity? What's closest, you think?
So
to what the apostles actually practiced and everything.
Well, see, because it's okay. So it's like twofold. Because it's like, it's not sola scriptura because the church preceded you know, like the creation of the Bible. So it's like, I think Orthodoxy does get it right in that sense, because like, I don't know, I just feel like there's something when it comes to Protestantism that is like very, because like the reason that the Reformation happened, those were like that. There's a good reason for it.
The Jews.
Right. I'm glad you said it.
It was Jewish.
Yeah, right.
It was a very Jewish movement.
Yeah, but see,
we're not on YouTube.
Martin Luther did write a great book about it. Yeah, that's funny. There's so many things.
Do you still practice Catholicism?
Yeah, I went to mass like 2 weeks ago and had like a full mental breakdown. I was like, I can't do this anymore. That's like
So
kind of
funny.
what I'm talking about.
That's so
No,
funny.
dude, kids are like running around screaming and just like, I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I don't know. Like, it's like, I don't think so. No, I'm not Catholic anymore.
But it sounds like you believe that there is the devil.
Yeah, like I believe in so yeah, I'm definitely Christian, and
So do you reject dualism?
What do you mean?
Like the light and the dark? Like, do you think there's sort of a Zen idea that anything we perceive as darkness or evil is actually a misconception on our part, and we are creating that evil, and it actually doesn't exist.
So,
And the truth is that everything is like love and light or whatever. Whatever the fuck you would say if you were buying a crystal in Silver Lake.
Right.
You know? That's
No.
kind of the idea. You reject dualism. You don't accept it.
No, I accept dualism.
Because if you believe in the devil, it's like, okay, well, you have to now say you believe in God.
No,
obviously.
yeah, no. I'm fully a Christian, and I believe in like apostolic succession. It's just like the institution of the Catholic Church, I feel like, is just there's too many things going on with it that like I am kind of not into anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever since Vatican II, I feel like Vatican II was like a massive issue. Like when Gregory Baum and like Jules Isaac got involved and like changed all of the things, like we're saying with Protestantism, the Jews, like all of that stuff that got injected into Catholicism is I don't like. But
to get people to thrash around in hay and love Israel and stuff and play with snakes.
Yeah. So that stuff I'm not a fan of, but like no, dualism is real for sure, because like what you're explaining is like that's like a Kabbalistic idea. It's like, oh well, actually we're all emanations of God, and the evil stuff is actually really good because we're actually more ensouled than you Gentiles. Like that's what it gets into, like shit like that.
It feels like the Kabbalah, from talking to Jewish people I know, that, and this might be purely anecdotal, but it's almost like the Kabbalah like exists to get Jews that have left the temple and have left the faith. They get into the Kabbalah, and that gets them back into the temple, actually, because it's like Jewish, mysticism, spirituality, and all that.
I feel like Kabbalah, it is like...
I feel like I would get one shot at if I was like listening to the Kabbalah on audiobook.
Yeah.
And I was at like the chiropractor.
Right.
I would like come out a rabbi or something.
Yeah, you have the little two things. I don't even know what they're called. What are they? The little twisties? You have the braids?
Either that, or I'd walk out like shaving my head like Anton LaVey. I have one
Just
earring.
doing this.
Yeah.
You're like doing the humping they do.
Yeah. And I'm like, Billie Eilish will die in a car crash in 3 years.
Yeah. No.
He did that, by the way.
What?
There was a woman in the Satanic Church, that the Church of Satan, that Anton LaVey, I think he had previously dated her. Her name is
Oh, I think I know of what you're talking. And he like
Anton LaVey, actress. Was it Dorothy something? Oh, Jane Mansfield, very famous actress, but she was said here. Here, let me pull it up on the screen so everybody can read it. Actually, in a very tiny thing. Is a well-publicized close relationship with alleged romantic connection with Anton LaVey. So here's the interesting thing about this. He told her she was going to die in a car wreck after she left the church. Here, I'll go to her death. And Anton LaVey said, like, don't get in a car. And he said that this...
just shows her tits on there, dude. Did you
Oh,
see that?
really?
Yeah.
Her actual tit. Oh, shit, that is her actual tit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You can see tits on Wikipedia.
Yeah, fucking
I
hell.
love Wikipedia. If we looked up a vagina, would it just show us a picture of an actual vagina? That's got to be how most kids see a vagina for the first time, right?
Yeah.
On a school computer.
It used to be those like African bush women Nat Geos.
Yes.
You know, you'd see the
That's
tits.
where I saw my first titty.
Yeah, I think that was mine too. Yeah, no, Anton LaVey and the whole Church of Satan is it's so funny because it's so LARPy.
Mhm.
You know, like it's so like, this is like where the LA thing gets really weird because there are people who do shit like this, right? And they're like, I go to the goth club every Wednesday night and we watch fucking people stab themselves. And then there's stuff like this, like more within like the Kabbalah thing where it's like people are doing Jewish mysticism and they don't, first of all, some of them don't even know it's like Jewish mysticism. And it's just like, it's wrapped itself into everything. So much so that like we start the conversation talking about like Rick Rubin. And it's like Rick Rubin is fully enveloped in the occult, in Kabbalah, but also ketamine therapy and like the dark enlightenment, like right-wing ideology. You know what I mean? It's like this. It's like this really all encapsulating.
And Lux
thing.
Maxing is in there somehow.
Yeah, Peter Thiel's like fucking injecting. Peter Thiel's in the memes. Are you familiar with that at all?
The Peter Thiel memes.
Yeah,
he loves memes.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, we'll finish this and then.
Okay, so yeah, right here. This was in, and of course, New Orleans, Aleister Crowley's favorite place on earth. Left Biloxi for New Orleans, where Mansfield was appear on the midday show at about 2 a.m. Their car crashed while traveling between 60 and 80 miles per hour in the rear of a tractor trailer that slowed down. Due to an approaching insecticide fog spraying truck that was flashing a red light, they died instantly.
That's crazy.
So people in the there were reports that the decapitated are untrue, although she suffered severe head trauma. So she wasn't actually decapitated.
Kinda. Like
so Anton LaVey warned Jane Mansfield, and apparently people in the church said that her spirit appeared to her that night, and she was screaming the same scream she had when they were approaching the tractor trailer and she was about to die. Okay, Anton LaVey, founder of the Church of Satan, reportedly warned actress Jane Mansfield that her lover, lawyer Sam Brody, was cursed and would die in a car crash. After Brody allegedly insulted LaVey and desecrated an altar, LaVey instructed Mansfield to leave him, warning that she would be killed if she stayed with him. And it literally happened.
That's wild. Yeah,
according to him, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I totally believe that kind of shit. The chaos magic and like basically
unfortunately.
hyper sigilling reality.
I believe that the sex magic stuff is real.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would they not do it?
Yeah, it definitely. See,
Crowley probably did human sacrifice, by the way, like a little bit.
I think he probably did. Yeah, like there were people like Chris, the dude we were talking about earlier, Memes Matter, and he's like fully of the idea that, you know, the human sacrifice thing was supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be like a masturbation joke, like, oh, I'm killing babies, and it's like a jack off joke.
Sure.
But I don't know, dude. Like, so many of these people are so into not even like the devil or spooky, scary skeletons. They're just like into themselves.
Yes.
And so they just want whatever they want, and they will do whatever they need to do to get what they want. And so it's like, you know, I don't put it past these people. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's really weird, a lot of this shit.
I think the Temple of Seth stuff has got closer to what true Satanism is, though, which is all the Egyptian stuff.
Right. And that's like what Crowley was into. Crowley was going into like Egyptian temples and into the pyramids and like doing all this weird stuff. And see, it's interesting because, you know, earlier you mentioned like black masses and stuff. And personally,
which is true, verifiably true.
Yeah, I believe like fashion shows and all of that stuff. Like if you look at Rick Owens, he has like, you know, sarcophagi in his home and like all of this like Egyptology influence, which is like all just like streamlined Thelema eventually. Like,
yeah, it does go back to that for sure.
Yeah.
But I think Michael Aquino really paved the way for these guys in terms of being like a high level military intelligence officer.
Right.
People being able to identify him as the abuser on TV when they started publicizing his photo. I mean, 300-400 people. And these kids, they got him in a room. They could describe what the inside of his house looks like.
Right.
It was completely all black.
Yeah.
These tiny little things were on the wall. There was an altar. And sure enough, they go into his house. I did not walk by it in San Francisco.
No.
I visited. I looked down the street and I looked at that big, when he was still alive, I looked at that big red townhome of his. Fucking terrifying.
Really?
I would never walk by that in a million. My little Christian evangelical, like
Your discernment was going on?
I couldn't go by it.
Yeah.
I couldn't, because knowing about Presidio and everything, it's just
there really is like discernment it's so crazy because like a few years ago, you know, I like was aware of all of this stuff, but I didn't like understand it how I do now, to where it's like, oh, that's like real. Like you can see stuff in real life and get and feel how off something feels or how off it is, or like, I don't know, dude. A lot of people think that shit like that is really schizo, but
I go off of intuition with everything in my life.
Yeah,
in terms
for sure.
of like my partner, when to have kids, what I should do in terms of like the show or whatever. I just always go with my gut. Because otherwise, I don't really have much to go off of.
Right.
If you don't go with your gut, then you just go off of what someone else is telling you. And it's like, well, they're going with their gut.
Right.
Why am I going with your gut? Fuck you. I'm going with mine. I'd rather die a death on, with my own, by my own hand rather than someone else's. If I take your advice and then I fail, it's like, well, fuck you and fuck me.
Right. Yeah. No, well,
I want to fail on my own terms, basically.
It's funny that you say that, because I remember years ago, like you called the streaming thing. Like you were talking about how streaming's going to be big like a few years ago before it got big.
Oh, yeah. I said streaming was the future like maybe 4 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. I was like listening to you talk about it then, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's fully right about this. Like, because it's almost like we're almost in this like post-podcast world where it is this like weird dualism between, now I'm using that word, between like streaming and
no,
podcasting.
I know what you mean. I talked to, you know who got me into streaming too was Nick Roachford, who does Scuffed Realtor.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's very good. He's like, what are your numbers? What are we doing? Okay. You doing this much? Like, he's really good at like you're going to do it. You need to do this. You need to do that. And he's like, I remember talking to him at a stand-up show, and he said like, he's like, well, you're not doing enough. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got the podcast. We do sketch every now and then. He goes, not enough. He goes like, Charles has a show. Sam has another show. We're creating sketches. He goes, I have a live stream. We do a podcast. He's like, there's too much stuff out there now. He's like, you got to do more.
Yeah.
I was like walking home. I'm like, I remember driving home and be like, Nick's right on the money. And I started getting into streaming like the next week. Like, you got to do more and you got to get better at what you're doing.
Right.
And I was not that good at this. I feel like I've got a lot better than when I started, of just like, and then I was shocked. I was like, I talked for 2 hours. Yeah, by myself, and I didn't even know what I was going to say, and that was actually, I don't do stuff unless it's fun. I was like, that was fun. Yeah, no, yeah. And then I got better, and then I'd be talking, I'd be like, I've done 5 hours. Right. How did I do 5? Yeah. And then it got to the point where Jeff Dye was afraid to leave his home. So maybe I got too good at it. See, I didn't really. Now we're dialing it back a little bit.
I didn't know anything was going on at all. I just like opened YouTube one day, and then I just saw that you were like doing a stream thing. And I clicked it. I was like, oh, this is super sick. And then you had the guy calling in about tard farming, and I was like, I tard farmed for a while, a couple of years back. And then, then I like started like, I'm not just gonna come in not knowing anything. Like that's like kind of disrespectful. And then I was like, oh shit, this Jeff Dye cunt is like.
Yeah, we already talked about it. It was funny.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bring it up. But
No, it's fine. I brought it up.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, we did a whole thing on it. Jace called in, and Devin was here. You just missed Devin. He left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is like so perfect timing. That I can tell you off there of some more perfect timing that I had with another person. It's just like people are like always starting shit like right when I'm about to like meet them for the first time, and it's like, what? Like now I'm like, I look like I know you now. It's like fucking crazy.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. I kind of like it though. You know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I like am like trying to ruin Courtney Love's life while like wearing a retard hat on Instagram, dude. She has like lawyers contacting me, and I'm just wearing a retard hat, like fuck you. And then I hang up, and I'm all nervous.
This is something that has been upsetting me about this whole thing too. Is like everything I want to do that's fun. Everybody's so litigious now. Where I'm like, how do you even? Yeah. Because you know how the legal system works. Whoever has the most money wins. Yeah. And that's not us. Right. Which means we lose. See, so then people go, how is that legal though? And I'm like, it's get whatever your idea of whatever legal is, get that out of your head right now. Right. It's money. Yeah. That's all it is. The system is bureaucratic and very complicated for a reason, so that they can do
whatever they want.
They want. So you are like confused. You don't even look into it. It's a learned helplessness. And they go, yeah, the McMartin preschool. Yeah, it dragged on 9 years. What are you going to do? I mean, they were trying to do that with Mark Dutroux in Belgium. And luckily, 750,000 people were marching in the streets saying we have to put this guy behind bars. Corrupt as shit, though. They were trying to sweep the whole thing under the rug. And this guy had kids in cages and like brood mares. Well, and I mean, who knows how many people this guy had killed?
It's the whole thing with like everything. It's Yeah, whoever has the most money is going to win. You can basically do or say whatever you want, but it's also, there's another side of it. It's kind of like a bell curve where it's like the smartest people come to the same conclusions as the most retarded people, but just in a different way.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's
I'm a retard, I'm a genius.
See, I just operate like I'm a billionaire, and it's like, well, I can just say whatever I want, and if someone comes after me, I have nothing. I have literally nothing. Like,
well, I'm always afraid that they're going to garnish wages.
Just
because I heard they could do that.
Yeah, they probably can do that. Maybe that's one thing I should start being scared of.
Also, here's another thing, too. They could also have you killed.
Well, yeah, but I'll just, like we were talking earlier, I'll just drunken master it, like I have a gun too, like we'll figure it out.
I once saw Courtney Love outside the Saddle Ranch by the Comedy Store, where the people ride the mechanical bull, and she was eating a very big steak.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she smacking her lips, probably? It's like really... I just imagine when Courtney Love walks around, she's like Pigpen from fucking Peanuts, and there's just flies all around her,
Yeah.
I actually was like, there's a part of me who wants to just like reach out to her and just be like, let's just talk.
Yeah. It's funny that your Jeff Dye is Courtney Love.
Yeah. I don't see, but I don't even know if it is her. I think it could be someone like, because it's not directly Courtney Love. It's like someone absolutely operating on her behalf. So I could just be making that whole part of it up entirely.
Sure.
But
you have to assume, and unfortunately, we're both very paranoid, so we kind of assume that it's
right. It's like that. Like I get this like copyright claim, and I'm like, there's absolutely no way that she found this photo that's a screenshot of a piece of like. It's like this whole thing.
Wouldn't you love to see that like Peter Thiel looked at your YouTube channel for 3 hours one day?
I would be surprised if he hasn't. Like the first time someone ever told me like you should kind of be careful was in reference to Peter Thiel, because I had made a video. Oh yeah, I brought him up earlier. So like this will circle back. Like the whole
go off, King.
The whole like Rare Vance meme. So there's this guy named Jeff Geisel. Jeff Geisel wrote these essays that were submitted to I think it was the UN. I believe it was the UN, and it was in 2015, and it was essentially saying that memes are a form of psychological warfare, and it was all funded by Thiel. And so Thiel is like super involved in these like memetics and like meme warfare, and it's all this like massive thing. And I can't remember exactly how I like got there, but I was like pretty sure that like Thiel is involved in the creation of the like Rare Vance meme to like sort of humanize fucking
our next president.
Yeah, because like
the forever president.
Yeah, for sure. Because like, dude, like this is where I kind of get nervous talking about stuff like this, but like Palantir is like fully enveloped in the like United States.
Yeah, it's my phone.
Yeah, it's fully there.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah,
people are like warning about like the technocracy coming. I'm like, is it coming?
It's here. Yeah.
I think it arrived a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Well,
I think my TV can blow up and kill us both.
Right. For sure.
Both of these monitors could blow up and just...
One for me, one for you. Just partial decapitation in our Wikipedia, like fucking James Mansfield.
No, it'd be like when you open the door on an airplane. Like it would just it'd be shot out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the whole... But Palantir and
I mean, the way they killed Kirk is insane, but continue.
Yeah. Right through the neck, dude.
I think the thing...
Did it hit the chest?
No, I think that mic they had, I think they were able to discharge it.
That's what you think it was?
Yeah.
I don't even... Dude, when it came to that, like, I kind of just, like, had to take a step back, because it's eventually it gets to a point where you're like, dude, I'm just not going to know. And it's like, you can only ponder on it so much. Like, that whole thing is, like, so crazy. Like, the fact that... I'm not going to say any names, but the fact that there are still people that are still harping on that now... in the way in which they're doing it, where they're just like completely like sucking the money out of their audience about it, is crazy to me.
I don't know. Death is a virtue.
Yeah.
And it's like no one took Charlie Kirk that seriously when he was alive. And then he died, and then, now he's George Washington or whatever. Right. And, it's sad that he died and he had kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I'm never a guy that sees someone that gets killed and go, yay, or whatever.
Right.
But the Kirkification thing, where I'm like, if you die now, you just become like, we immediately just start making jokes. Death means nothing.
Right.
Death means literally, it used to be a virtue. And it is to some people based on their political views and if that person's political views aligned with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, that's what memes are for. Memes are for kids to be like I know this guy, my friend Jake,
Mm-hmm.
his wife is a school teacher, and like her 9-year-olds will be like, yo, Epstein Diddy blood.
Yeah.
Like, and the Kirkification Epstein Diddy blood. Like they
Yeah,
talk like that.
right.
It's like, so you know about P. Diddy and the baby oil and the rituals and the
Yeah.
hoods, and you know about Epstein and the
Right.
dentist mask and you know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah.
like,
You know about the temple and everything? They're like, yeah.
so now it's just like 6, 7 is child sex trafficking.
Right.
Like child sex trafficking, which is a horrible industry.
Right.
Horrible multi-billion-dollar industry in America.
Right.
That operates to this day, is like the same as the 6-7 meme, essentially. It's just Epstein. It's just an 8-year-old being like, Epstein Diddy blood.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you
Just
got
the
Charlie Kirk.
Right.
Like,
The Jack Blackification of the Levitical priest class.
Yes.
It's like, yeah. No. Well, it's
like when JFK died, I'm sure no one in a country made a single joke
definitely not.
for years.
The last true American president.
Everybody mourned him.
Yeah. Well, see, like,
And I'm not comparing Charlie Kirk to a president, but you know what I mean.
yeah, for sure. I get you. Like, well, that's what like memes are. And that's like kind of what, I mean, like to bring it back to that Memes Matter YouTube guy. Not that I'm like trying to plug him or anything, by the way. It's, you know, the topic, like memes are like literally this like Kabbalistic archetypal thing that is sort of almost like spiritually revealed through things. So like the 6-7 meme like literally relates to like, and this dude did a video on it where it's like 6-7 in the hands like relates to Scorpio.
It's the
and
left-hand path.
yeah,
Is 6.
kind of, yeah. It's like this like weird thing of like the claws of Scorpio and like all of this crazy shit. And it's like at a certain point it's like it is kind of mumbo jumbo, but at the same time there is like definitely something to it, because it's like there is this sort of like collective unconscious that we all sort of share. And if you can communicate that through memes, you can like literally control reality.
Yes,
And that's like what Peter Thiel's and those individuals are trying to do.
Because the meme controls your memory of the past.
Right.
Where I didn't even care about Charlie Kirk. I
Right.
thought he was kind of like the Caitlyn Bennett girl, like the girl who shit her pants.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who debates like college students, like you remember
Right.
the gun girl who shit her pants?
Yeah, yeah.
Like to me, he was kind of in that camp,
Right.
but I didn't care. I've never cared about like the Candace Owen shit and stuff.
Right.
But even when he died, and I found out he had like two little kids, and like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't know, I got so sad, and I was like, oh. And I saw videos of him at like Cracker Barrel, and he's like teaching them.
Yeah.
Like the 3 laws of gravity.
I thought you were gonna say like Thelema. You're like,
Yeah,
he's teaching him all about
yeah.
teaching about the ways of Osiris.
He's teaching them like with these like fruits or something,
Yeah.
like an object in motion stays in motion, and they're
Mm-hmm.
sitting there in their little dress, and I was like, oh my God, he was a great, like even for a few weeks I was like, he was a great man.
Yeah, dude.
He was a great man.
Yeah, it's so crazy you say this. I had the same experience. I literally did like a live stream to like 9 people, and I was joking. I was like, Charlie Kirk takes Adderall. There's no way he doesn't, because like he just looks super like in the zone in his like talks. And it was like, you know, I'm like making a joke, and then like he, you know, obviously, you know, passes away a couple months later,
Or
and
maybe he didn't.
And I felt right. And I felt so horrible that I made that joke like months prior. And I was like, oh, like the same
Because
thing. Like,
death is a virtue.
yeah, like I deified him as well. And then I felt super bad. And then I'm getting like all politically activated. And I'm just like, yeah, we're going to fucking go in there. You know, I'm like all fucking ready to go. But it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. But that's sort of like what they are literally using memes in order to do that.
To manipulate and control reality.
Right,
And
because
it's very effective.
Right, yeah, like as somebody who like kind of peels back layers, that's like what I do, and even I'm kind of like, I'm ready, you know.
Would
like,
you say your specialty is like semiotics, like the study of symbols and the interpretation of them?
no, because I use the word symbology and symbolism like at the same time. Like I don't even know the difference between the two. So
Oh, I don't know either. Yeah.
no, I always say.
Am I using semiotics correctly? Let me make sure I'm not completely fucking retarded.
No, I'll say like
Semiotics is the study of signs, symbols, and how meaning is created, communicated, and interpreted.
So I'll say symbolism instead of symbology, and that's a comment that I get that makes me want to blow my head off. But
symbology refers to study, interpretation, or use of symbols to represent ideas, emotions, or systems. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I would say
same shit.
I would say in part, like there are parts of that I'm really into and that I touch upon. It just kind of depends. I don't know. Like I think what I'm good at doing, it's kind of like you were saying, is like finding something that I think is a little off, like Jack Black. And I'm like, there's something with this. And then I just will.
And that's your gut.
Yeah, and that's my intuition. And then I'll just optistically research that until I force something to know, until I find something.
You're looking for a pattern.
Yeah, yeah. And that's kind of, yeah. But I mean, there will be times where it's like there's just nothing there. But that's like, I think kind of rare.
No, you became a detective.
Yeah. Yeah.
You became a detective, so you wouldn't go back to drinking.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right, yeah.
But you never know. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to look under all these stones. You don't know what's going to be under there.
I'll just talk about fucking, Jack Black and Sabrina Carpenter. Like, I don't know, dude.
So we got to get into the Peter Thiel stuff, though.
Yeah. Like as far as.
Well, you were talking about Thiel orchestrating is he the marionettist? He's making all the memes of everybody.
Yeah. So like I was saying, like, Jeff Geisel wrote this paper that was submitted to the UN in 2015 that was basically breaking down that memes are a type of psychological warfare. And Jeff Geisel was completely funded by Thiel. Like Thiel was paying all of them. And then like he was completely funding like J.D. Vance, and J.D. Vance is completely tied in with Thiel and all of these other things. But the thing with Thiel that's like super interesting is like the entire technocracy movement began in like the early 1900s. Are you familiar with like Elon Musk's grandfather?
No.
So
you mean the Blood Diamond guy?
Yeah, the Elon Musk's grandfather in part created the technocracy movement. And the entire thing of the Great American Technate, do you know what? Are you familiar with that at all? So the Great American Technate is this idea that you basically break the United States up into like different kind of zones. And basically what we would do is the United States would capture Canada, Greenland, Mexico, and then all the way down through Venezuela and grab Cuba as well. Which is like, if you look at kind of what's happening politically, like, okay, Trump has made statements about us taking Cuba. There's the Greenland thing. There's been like jokes about Canada becoming the 51st state. We've done some things in Mexico involving the cartels.
Which is us.
Right. Yeah. Which is, yeah. And their Jewish president. Anyways. And then there's like the stuff with Venezuela and kidnapping the president. And basically like everything is kind of falling in line to like potentially be this like Great American Technate, which is like this economic zone that Elon Musk's grandfather like started this whole thing. And then there was like this like Technocracy Inc. website that had this like really weird message on it that said like, oh, the website will be back up. Something, I can't remember exactly what I said in the video because I did a whole video on it.
You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, you can, but it's, I don't know. It's
What
just
should I type in? Izzy Technos?
Izzy N Griffin, Great American Technate. I think the video is like 15 minutes or something.
No,
that was me on. Oh, maybe it's not on YouTube anymore. I don't know.
Oh wow, I guess it's not up here.
That's weird.
Do they take stuff off and you don't even know they took stuff off?
A lot of my stuff is just like completely shadow banned. Like a lot of people can't even find my YouTube.
Dude, you know what's funny? Your channel's not even coming up when I type this in.
Yeah, that.
There's not a single video that's your channel.
Type in do I come up if you type in Izzy N Griffin? Because sometimes I don't even show up. Okay, I show up now.
Okay, wow.
But the fact that I'm like my appearance with tinfoil hat is like the first thing is like very.
Yeah, go subscribe
odd.
to Izzy.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. The whole thing with like Thiel and all of that, it's just all very connected, and it's very strange how a lot of the people pulling the levers when it comes to particularly the right are all connected to this like weird like technocracy movement that happened, you know, like around the 1930s. Because like the technocracy and the tech, like that whole thing was supposed to be like an alternative to like capitalism and like communism. It was like a weird blending of that, where it's like instead of the United States being ran by politicians, it would essentially be ran by, you know, like the most effective, like almost like a business, right? Where it's like they ran it like, I sound so fucking retarded right now.
No, you're making a lot of sense.
Yeah, instead of politicians, it would basically be like businessmen and individuals like Thiel, Zuckerberg, you know, Elon Musk, essentially what they've became. So, I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is like, I mean, when I see a guy like that do interviews and he just sort of, does he even look at us like we're bugs? Or does he look at it like, that's what I am trying to wrap. So my feelings were very hurt in the Epstein files. I got thin skin when I saw that they were calling us the Goyim.
Oh yeah, I was fucking pissed. I'm still pissed about that.
I'm fucking pissed about it.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that. I did not know we were getting called an N-word we didn't know existed.
Oh, I knew. I knew.
I didn't know they would say, I think the Goyim will
for
think...
sure. Like,
I think the Goyim will do a good job with this. And
yeah, this will kind of reveal maybe a bit too much, but like I was kind of like a 4chan guy for a while. Not like I never posted or anything, but I would like lurk. And 4chan really was like the primordial soup of the internet for like a very long time. And a lot of stuff like comes out of like the whole looks maxing thing, like saying based, maxing, all that stuff is from 4chan. And so now it's like the forefront of culture.
They create the culture. The normies, they're like India, where they're like they didn't watch Seinfeld until the mid 2000s.
Right.
Like they get everything later, but the culture's all created by 4chan and 8chan.
Yeah, no, and
it just trickles down, you know?
Yeah, and it's slow, and then it makes people like me like angry, like I was saying base 10 years ago.
Yeah, and now it's gay.
Right, but no, like the whole Goy thing, like I've kind of been hip to that for a while, and it's this really weird thing where it's like kind of earlier how I was saying it's this ideology that is one rooted in a sort of like ethno-supremacy. Like anything that they say kind of like white people are doing is kind of the sleight of hand of what they're actually kind of doing behind the scenes, which is like so crazy because like it's so insane to refer to as a group of people as a slur in private, like even in a text message maybe, but an email, you know, like
yeah, not even as a joke.
Yeah, like seriously.
Which means when they like, you know, watch the NFL draft, if that happens to be on in an airport when they pass by and they see the sea of people,
right,
they just go him.
Yeah,
they go look. They go look at them. You can look at the military industrial complex. We're gonna the NFL only exists to fly fighter jets overhead, so you love the military and support any sort of intervention, any coup, anything, and you don't even know it. Look at the Goyim; they're beautiful. They must actually love the Goyim. They don't detest us; they love it.
They see us and they go, "That's all yours, son." It's like Simba and Mufasa when he's like, "Everything that you see, from the stars to the moon, is all yours."
You're the Goyim.
Yeah, those are your Goyim, son. It's just me on YouTube. I'm like, and they're fucking doing this. He's like, you run that guy. That he's everything he's saying is exactly what we want him to say.
The Lion King.
That's good.
Rafiki puts a Star of David on his forehead and they hold him up.
That's fucking good, dude.
Yeah. Whoopi Goldberg could still be the hyena. That's fine. She has a Jewish last name.
Yeah.
Very funny that she changed her name to a Jewish last name.
She did the opposite.
She moved up here with Michael Richards from like Long Beach. They moved up here and they started performing at the Improv together when they wanted to do stand-up. But she changed her name to Whoopi Goldberg, and she wanted her name to be more Hollywood sounding, so she just made it super Jewish.
That's so funny. She's like one of those. She's like a Black Hebrew Israelite, actually.
Yes, literally.
She. By the way, like she's like legit problematic on like The View.
I haven't tuned in. Does she go off?
I haven't tuned in either. I just like see clips occasionally, like on X, of people just being like, "Oh, we need to kill Whoopi Goldberg too." Like fuck her, but it's like. the View, all of this stuff. Like if we think people who like Jack Black are like kind of moronic. The people who are like winos watching The View are like even like way worse.
Yeah,
That's
you're
like,
probably right. They're probably. It seems that there's pockets of people in America that are very cruel, and they don't really care what they believe in. They just want people to suffer. That's what from what I can tell from afar.
Yeah.
Like I did see a lot of comments of people saying like, "I'm glad gas is $7 a gallon because it makes liberals like you cry." And so you're and like I'm not a liberal. I'm not on. I'm with Kurt. I don't even believe there's a right and a left. I don't even think that's true. But the idea that you just that means your paradigm that you live in is you're happy if other people are suffering because you don't like them. Right. And that is your actual political worldview. Yeah. It's a very interesting thing to say out loud.
That's like being spiritually Israeli for sure. Like that's like insane. Cause like, I don't know, dude. Like you're saying, I don't really believe there is a right and a left. It like all ends up being kind of the same thing, working in the same direction eventually anyways, like, I don't know. It's all fucked. $7 gas is gnarly.
I mean, yeah, you can listen to tons of stuff that Fuentes has done, and it aligns perfectly with like a tanky type of guy, right? In terms of like the ideas about the technocracy, and it also aligns perfectly with everything Alex Jones has been saying on InfoWars. Right. Like, you know what I mean? It is. And all these people are really very vastly different, but when it comes to the big thing, who is enslaving all of us and creating reality, I can get on board with a lot of different people in all different types of departments.
Well, like the Fuentes thing is so interesting because like sometimes I'll like look at what he's doing and it's like it's everything you just said. If you like moved it a degree left, it's like, oh, you're just like a Leninist. You know, it's like this weird thing where it's like you're kind of like a socialist in like this weird opposite way that is the same thing. Because it's like there'll be art, like if you read like any comment section, that's like super pro left, it's like the same arguments, just like a different shade, It's, I don't know, it's a very interesting thing. His whole like generational run was like very entertaining when he went on Piers Morgan.
I saw some very funny clips. Oh yeah. He can't be owned in that, like in that intellectual quote unquote space. I mean, if these were real, if there was actual discourse being had, it wouldn't be entertaining. It would be boring. Right. It would be people like leafing through like old textbooks. Yeah. And it would be like, you'd be like if you try to read Kant and shit like that, it fucking doesn't make any sense. Right. Yeah. And all those guys in terms of so this is all entertainment. It's all spectacle. But some of it is very, very like I think he is way smarter than all the people that he's like. Absolutely. Him versus Piers Morgan, he's going to destroy him. Right. And he could be arguing that like Hitler like ruled. Right. And Piers Morgan somehow loses that battle. Right. Nick could be arguing the sky is red, and somehow Piers is wrong. Yeah. Somehow Piers loses. Right. Because all these people are like complete fucking morons.
Yeah. It's actually crazy because
he's beating up like retarded people essentially. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could you imagine like debating Aiden Ross on something?
Holy fuck, dude. He would probably win because I genuinely would not know how to like even get through to him. Not even saying I'm so infinitely more intelligent than Aiden Ross, but it's like you're saying, like, how would you explain like a Kantian idea to an Aiden Ross? Like you couldn't. Kant had sentences that were literally like 34 words long.
No, if you try to teach him about Kant, he'd be like, there's supposed to be like an apostrophe between N and a
right. T. Yeah. Why is he making up his own words? He has like that weird Black Jewish dialect. Yeah. It's like, no, literally, like I deal with shit like that all the time. Like I remember when I was like a philosophy undergrad, like one of the things that I thought this was so cool when I was like 19, it was like philosophy professor was like, oh, philosophers like make up their own words and you can like make your own words up. And then you just define them in like at the end of your essay. Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, wow, cool. Like, you do that. So sometimes I'll say a word that's like not really an actual real word, but you understand what I mean. And it's like the same thing. Like, actually, that's not really a word. And really what you are supposed to do. You have it's like I have people like explaining my own ideas to me. That's like my own. That's another thing I just love because it's like part of like what I do too is like I'll have like my own philosophy in like a video or whatever. That's kind of like my own thing. And people will just be like, well, actually what you mean is this. And it's like, I like invented that thought. That's
Yes.
actually like, does that thought actually, I researched this thought doesn't exist anywhere but inside of my head. And now you're telling me what I'm explaining to you.
Yeah.
I'm like getting hot. Like,
You get so mad, it's great.
oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I have like a real thing going on with
Yeah,
that
I
whole
have to
thing.
meditate. I have problems with that stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a breather.
Yeah, I could get worked up.
Really?
Yeah, I could get worked up.
What gets you going? What gets you like?
Like if I have like if I just see a bunch of people rejecting like empirical evidence of something being true,
Mm-hmm.
and accepting a different kind of reality, it can really fucking piss me off.
Okay, I could see that.
If that makes sense. When
So-
everybody's, especially when no one's freaking out, when everyone goes, "That's fine, I don't care, they're great,"
So
and I'm like, I'm worked up. I'm like, they suck ass.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know they
Right.
suck ass. Why is no
Right.
one saying they suck ass?
right.
It starts driving me crazy. I realize I get angry when people make me feel insane.
Right. Like that, it's almost like a gaslighting. I get what you're saying, because it's like
But they're not even gaslighting. They just
They don't
actually
even-
believe in the
Right,
shit. And I'm
right.
like,
they don't know they're gaslighting.
then I start to feel crazy.
Yeah, and that's the worst. Is it's like, and this is like the whole like under the Silver Lakes kind of theme. Is it's like sometimes you do kind of like connect some threads that might be a little reachy, but other times you can actually show some like real shit that's like actually going on. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you can like prove or convey to somebody, because if people just don't believe it, not even if they don't believe it, if they're not told that it's acceptable for them to believe it, you are the crazy person. And it's like, that's kind of like talking about Epstein in like 2017. It's like, yo, you're crazy. Like, or like even Pizzagate, dude. Like, Pizzagate is something that the Epstein files has shown is probably more real than not, right? It doesn't mean that Pizzagate is 100% true and every single thing about it is 100%
Don't
what's
bring
going
down the
on.
vibe, bro.
Right, yeah, but it's not, yeah.
Don't bring
yeah,
down the vibe.
Yeah.
I don't want to know how many billions a year it makes.
Right.
I don't want to know
don't-
how much kids are sold for.
I don't want to know about the tunnels that I'm walking on top of right now.
I don't want to know.
LA.
Bro, just have a beer, dude.
Right, yeah. Non-alcoholic one. You fucking boozer.
Why
Yeah.
you got to bring the mood?
Well, like, I don't really engage with people when like they're severely wrong about stuff. I've made. I think that isn't there a saying that's like, don't argue with an idiot because from afar someone might not be able to tell the difference.
Right.
I also just have no like when someone's so far off, I just go, you're not even real to me.
Yeah.
Like when people like don't realize that like Nick is a Fed who's gay and
Right.
they have his internet history,
Right.
and like someone's in denial of that. I'm like, I just pretend you're not real now.
Right. Yeah.
If
yeah.
you just carry complete opposite
Just- yeah.
information in your head of what's so true, like right in front.
Right.
Pizzagate stuff, Epstein stuff. But at this point, dude, this is the weird place me and you are in right now. Is some people were like, when the Epstein stuff actually came, like when the files were dropping, like what was it, 4 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
5 months ago?
Mm-hmm. Probably about 3.
3 months
4.
ago? The stuff about burying people on the golf course, the babies in jar. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
Some people were like, hey, man, are you happy that you've been proven right on everything?
Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm actually like kind of I need to eject from this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it just makes me sick to think
Right.
about, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
And
That.
I'm not like, yay,
Yeah.
it's
Told you
real.
so. Told you so. Yeah.
I don't want to be, also told you so people suck.
Yeah.
If you're right, just stay quiet.
See,
You'll be proven right, you know?
that was like, it's kind of crazy because I felt the same way, like when a lot of the stuff was coming out and it's like the photos of Prince Andrew like hovering over like a child, like fucking crazy shit that like
Like an anaconda.
yeah, dude, like it's like what? No, like when that stuff like came out and it kind of verifies like the things that, you know, I've been saying are more real than they're not. Like my attitude, like I released a video on like parts of the Epstein stuff, and it was like my attitude in it was like solemn, and people were kind of like, "Oh, like why aren't you stoked that you were right?" And it's like, "Cause I don't want to be right. Like it's like the opposite of what I want."
Yeah, and it's also like I have a moment every single day where I'm like, "Oh, interesting," and I take in the information. I go, "I don't think I know anything."
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, you know what's so funny? My bio on Instagram for like years was I know everything. And it's like, no, that's the joke. Is like I obviously don't know everything. Like that's what's funny about it. And then people be like, "You really think you know everything? You fucking idiot. You don't know anything. You can't even say the different right." And it's like, yeah, no, that's a joke though. It's a joke.
This is an interesting thing. It's called there's a term. It's called literalism. And people have become literalists.
Right.
And I think it's just if you grew up in a chat room talking to guys on like 764, like you don't understand. But how could you understand context if everything is text? There's no facial expressions. There's no tone. There's no your voice is not changing.
Right.
You know, you're not moving. There's no context to anything you're saying whatsoever.
Well, and that's like what I was saying earlier when I was like, "Oh, it's like raining cats and dogs," and people were like, "No, it's not."
No,
and
it's not.
Yeah.
Look outside, faggot. Look outside. It's not
I
raining.
haven't seen a cat in
It's
weeks.
actually raining water, retard.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's this really crazy thing. And like I sort of noticed that like towards the end of my kind of like teaching time before I went into tard farming was this like the literacy rate was like kids were literally graduating high school not knowing how to read. And I went from like thinking like I can help them to being like, oh, this is like by design. Because it was like kind of during COVID. And it's like, oh, this is like the slow destruction of the educational system so they can...
On purpose.
Right. Because like if you look at like...
The first thing you got to do is destroy academia.
Right.
And then if people can't read, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
You're good now. I mean, you've now euthanized the Goyim, essentially.
Right. And then that like that's literally how Mao like overthrew China was like utilizing the educational system. And it's like, I'm not saying that they're doing this here, but it's like the same things are sort of like beginning to happen, you know? And as someone who like recognizes that, and it's like, well, I was right about Epstein and Pizzagate, so I'm probably going to be right about this one too.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, dude. Yeah. The educational system is fucked.
You know what's unfortunate about a lot of this is there are a lot of grifters in this space because if you are a catastrophist, you can easily look like a genius.
Right.
And a lot of people run with the like, it's all over, it's all ending. And people are like, they're a fucking genius. They said it's all over. But then they didn't, they don't
and
even really.
he kept saying it in different ways. He didn't only say that it was all over, he said that it was all over for real this time. Yeah. Because like there is something to like, you know, like expressing how imminent things are, but also kind of offering some sort of resolve, not for the problem, but for like a person.
How to save your own soul.
Right, yeah, right.
At the end of the world.
Right, or to get a moment of brevity. Like, you know, because there are so many people who say things just in ways where it's like that Professor Zhang guy.
Oh, yeah.
I
call him Jordan Beijing Peterson.
Oh, that's who you're talking about when you talk about it?
Yeah,
okay, that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching your video on the Apocrypha. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, literally this morning. Like, and I was like, oh, like, who the fuck is he talking about? But I was like, I don't know who that is.
I got it. I thought his billboard, I thought his whiteboard stuff was so fun. And I was like, I got to start doing that.
Yeah,
but just like half retardedly knowing stuff. And
Okay,
talking about Yakub and shit.
Yeah, it's so because that's like what he does, and people like think he's so profound.
Yes,
and I don't have a thing.
I think some of it's very good.
Right, exactly. Like I'm not against him. I'm not really against anyone. I'm not really for anyone either. But it's like he just kind of says things in this like episode, like.
Do you know the 4chan meme where he's like, it goes, okay, so Iran has something called missiles that sink ships.
Yeah,
he writes it down.
Yeah.
He goes, but the thing that is anti-ship missiles, okay? And then the comment says, I can't believe these lessons are for free.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jiang.
And then there's people just like this watching it. They're on the edge of their seat. And then,
it's so funny.
And then people go like, what do you think of him? And I'm like, he's good. Like, I'm not going to be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know, you can't like.
I mean, but also like amongst everything, it's like, you know, it's like you got that, you got Sneeko, you got. I mean, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You know?
Yeah.
In terms of the big guys,
Right.
in
Because
terms of the big guy, the vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. I mean, you gotta. In terms of the mainstream's always gonna pick one. You know?
right. Because like the Zhang thing to me, that's like such an obvious op. Like it's so obvious to me. Because like he has like. When I first saw him, he had like 120,000 subscribers, and it was just like these videos that they don't really go anywhere, and they don't really bring any new information out. It just kind of like reveals things that are going on in like just a different perspective. I don't really even know what the videos do. Really, I really don't.
So obviously, like after Young came Joseph Campbell, and a lot of his stuff was and Joseph Campbell devoted his life's work to that volume of primitive mythologies, like volumes 1 through 4, and a lot of that stuff is so good. And he was wrong about stuff, but there's always a need for something like that in the zeitgeist, because then after that, eventually, like, because Jordan Peterson was just parroting all the stuff that Joseph Campbell already said,
Right.
And people thought he was a genius
for
talking about the collective unconscious, but people had just never heard of it,
Right.
And Peterson basically packaged it in such a way that it was very for the modern man at that time, it was very easily digestible,
Right.
And then he went away because Michaela put something in his drink.
Yeah, and he had a mental. He's
and he
always
went to a
crying,
coma.
Like,
yeah, I think he's gonna die. I don't really know.
Yeah.
He's out of his fucking mind. I mean,
yeah,
the media will kill you.
Yeah,
or your daughter.
Right.
either one. But then after he went away, as soon as he goes into a coma and is kind of gone, and he comes back and he goes away, who pops back up? It's Jordan Beijing Peterson.
Right. Yeah.
It's Professor Zhang who's doing the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always a need for people to understand myth and storytelling and what's called the deep unknown well of human history. We don't know how far it goes back, and we're trying to make some sense of it.
Yeah.
So we go back to the cuneiforms and everything, and
See, I think like Young is so like his stuff on like the archetypes is literally like so mind blowing. Like when
Aeon's amazing,
dude. When I found that stuff, it like, because it really is like that's just what like Kabbalah is, and like tarot, it's all there. And what's crazy is like Kabbalah really isn't even like a Jewish thing. Like it goes back even further than that. And it's like you're saying, it goes back so far they don't even really know like when it really started, to the point where it's like you get to this point where you're like, oh, Atlanteans did start Kabbalah. It's this crazy thing. But no, like a lot of what I kind of try to do is what you're saying, where it's like interweave myth into the sort of, because like Kurt Cobain, right? Or any of these people like within the entertainment industry, it is just an archetypal version of this sort of like mythologized reality, right? That's like what it is. Like Hollywood is that. So I don't know. I think if you're able to kind of weave that in while bringing new ideas to the table, not just being like miso, just like, I don't know, like Candace Owens kind of does that too in a way that's like really fuck.
I don't know if I've really listened to a second of her.
Oh my god, dude! Like
she's so annoying.
I'm really not trying to like disparage her, but like I have seen her literally say like she was like talking about Freemasonry, and she was like talking about this audience member who sent her a Freemasonic Bible that was ancient, and it had been sitting in a car for 10 years, and it was handed to this son by his like grandfather. And she like pulls this book out, and I found the same exact one on Amazon for like $27. And it's like, funny. You're like, what are you doing? Like you're trying to like create this like.
Unfortunately, in the Black community, schizophrenia goes undiagnosed, and it gives us great stars from Cat Williams to Candace Owens.
Yeah.
These people can really just. I mean, Cat Williams is completely insane.
Yeah.
And it's like he has schizophrenia.
Yeah.
He has full-blown schizophrenia, but because he's black, he'll never go to a doctor and get it checked out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any white person with the thoughts of Cat Williams would have gone on pills years ago and wouldn't have any great... we wouldn't have any great specials.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And the mental health in the black community is like... it's just shrug that shit off, you know?
Right.
But thank goodness... thank goodness with the talent that we get because of that.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate Candace from time to time.
Yeah.
You know, when I see her doing the blowjob thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fucking crazy. Like I
or
saw
her going
that.
hard on the Kirk Israel thing. God
Right.
bless that bitch.
See, and
God
that's-
bless that crazy bitch.
And that's the thing that's so fucking devious about it, because it starts off as this thing where you're like, okay, there's something here. And then all of a
Yes.
sudden, like 6 months later, she's like, and then he was telling me about Nicki Minaj. And I'm like, you're like revealing text messages from a man who was assassinated. And he's like, yes, queen, I love Nicki. And it's like, dude, he has like dead kids. His like wife is like the modern Boudica. Like what's fucking going on here? Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's fucking wild. Candace, like, and this might be me being schizophrenic, but like I'm 99.9% sure that she like will watch my videos and then just like recycle material from them,
and not shut you out.
but just completely wrong.
Are you a pariah in this world for some reason? People that are pretty big will come up to me privately and say like, I wish I could share your stuff, or like, I listen to your podcast or your streams all the time. And I thought they thought I was insane, and
That's what I have
and
going
I was
on.
a pariah. And they'll reach out to me and I'll be like, thank you so much. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
can you publicly
Right.
say
That's what I
something?
have going on. For
Please,
sure.
for the love of
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Please, I have kids.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine.
No.
But like you see people who are legitimately like multi-millionaires and they're like, I love it.
I definitely have that whole thing going on, to the point where like I'm doing a lot better now, but like I've had people tell me that they like my stuff where I'm like, if you just said this, I would be fine. You know, like, but also like I can just tell, like I say things
Like, why am I porn to you?
right. Yeah.
Why are you going incognito mode to watch my
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
And then like exiting out, you know?
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Multiple tabs. Just all of them.
Yeah. Izzy Griffin, Ben Avery.
Yeah. That's so funny. No, I really relate to that. Like, but I don't know. Like with her, I know for a fact, because I've said things that haven't been wrong on, but I've been like a little bit off that I'll correct later that she has said. And it's like, oh, that's like a mistake that I made that I know you're saying for sure. And like, but yeah, no, what I've had that going on. I had something happen that was really crazy where I like got invited to this like art thing, and it was like Playboy Cardi's photographer's like cousin kind of thing. And like, it was like, I'd been in LA for like a week. And there was like a musician there who was like big, like really big, and they were drunk. And they were like, Izzy N Griffin, I fucking love your shit, man. And yelled it in this like art show. And people were like looking. And I was like, why don't you just say this on Instagram? Like, you know, but also they like don't follow me on Instagram. It's like, dude, fuck you. Like, I don't know. See, but also
This
like,
is so funny. I'm relating to you so much where you're like, yo, you like my stuff? Fuck you. You didn't like it the way I wanted you to like it.
yeah. I want you to like it. Yeah. Like a little spoiled brat.
Yeah.
No, you don't really like it
Just
then.
being a knee-jerk reaction guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
like
yeah.
me? Well, you don't show it publicly let you worship me.
Right. You like, oh, you like me? You didn't. You don't like me.
I kind of like people privately telling me they really fuck with it, because then I feel like I have more time to get better. Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yeah.
and then I'm like, well, privately, if you like it, that means a lot to me, because you're probably privately telling people too.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that almost means more than sort of passively liking something and publicly like fucking with it, I guess, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So I'm actually, all the kidding around, I actually am very grateful for it.
Right. Yeah. No, it is. It's very cool. Also, it feels like, because I don't know. Getting a lot of attention is obviously, it's like a blessing, but sometimes it's like too much. Like I think when
Well, you have videos that really pop off.
yeah, I do.
I don't have shit like that. You're
Yeah.
doing crazy numbers.
Yeah. Sometimes I do have some that really.
Is it because
get-
of the anger? Do people see you as an angry guy, so they're afraid to engage?
I think some people think I'm actually really crazy. I think people think I'm like actually nuts, which
People think I'm insane too.
yeah. Like, I mean, dude,
I was a little surprised you were so sweet and so normal when I greeted
oh,
you.
that's good. Yeah. I never know what people are going to think about me. Cause like when I messaged you too, and I was like, I wanted you to know, like, I actually like have read books. I have like degrees. I'm not just like a fucking idiot, you know? Cause I wear a neon green retard hat and like a Pokemon shirt. And I'll be like, and fucking Candace Owens is showing her feet on fucking 8chan. And I saw him 3 months ago. And here's the pictures, you know? And it's like, you know, so I don't know, but
Bob Odenkirk did a great New York Times interview like 2 weeks ago, and he said that everybody has lost the context for what like an entertainer is and a comedian is. And he goes, when I was doing it, people understood that was a performance, and whatever you said on stage wasn't necessarily what you believed, and it never was the full truth. It never was like people had that kind of it wasn't like we said literalists,
right? Yeah,
and he said He said the problem with like entertainment and comedy now, especially, is a lot of people get on stage and they want to actually express how they feel. And he's like, you should leave all of that and accept it as a performance and as a character and engage with things that aren't necessarily what you believe, but just entertaining and funny and interesting.
Yeah.
But like I'll come on here and be insane and have red glasses and point my cane, and then people like some people are legitimately like, I hope like his kids are okay. Like, like, what do you think I'm doing once I turn this off? Like, then I'm going sitting on the living room floor playing with my kids or like cooking dinner. Like I'm not like all day like with glasses just
See,
screaming.
I am though. That's what I am doing. No, it's see, but it's weird because it kind of becomes
it's goofs. It's funny. You know?
It becomes a superpower though. You know, like in this weird way where it's like, if I film myself learning Russian, people believe I'm a Russian asset.
Oh, right. Because
like,
you're in that space. Yeah, you're in that space.
But because like a lot of what I do is very performative. Like a lot of it's like very over the top, you know, like some like, but you know, I don't know. It's
some guy was accusing us. This made me feel like we were doing so well. 2 weeks ago, there's this guy on Twitter who kept accusing us of being industry plants.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I've got.
I was like, that's great.
Right.
I'm like, I feel like I'm doing something now.
Yeah. The industry plant thing is. Why would they say you're an industry? Like, what would you be?
So if you Google my podcast, it says the description. It says New York Times voted best new podcast by the New York Times. Okay. Past guests feature Barack Obama, Travis Scott, and Billy. Who's that guy? Who's the fat guy who hosted late night TV? I forget his name. He was like an asshole. Doesn't matter by them. And they didn't look into the show at all. And they kept just calling us industry.
That's funny.
They were posting screenshots of that, like clearly just industry plants. And because we were attacking a comic that they liked.
Right. Yeah. The comedy fans are another interesting subculture of
very parasocial.
Yeah. But that's also another thing can be very good at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like a lot of
I'm parasocial with people. David Lynch is like a father figure to me.
Yeah. Which
I listen to him constantly in terms of like figuring out the art life and everything and just how to stay grounded and like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's parasocial to some extent, you know.
Right. Especially like with now, I feel like, you know, you can just message anybody on Instagram, you know, so like people kind of
feel like they're texting their friend or something.
Right. And I feel like as someone who for a long time, I didn't really understand like maybe how big some of my videos were. I would just be messaging people back like, yeah, fucking fuck them, you know? Like, so, I don't know. I guess sometimes you can kind of invite that parasociality in.
Sure. Yeah. You got to be careful with it. You don't want to let the pirates on the ship.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Because then there's mutiny. My people are great though.
Right.
They're
they're
unbelievable. They will defend me until death. They are amazing people.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm trying to find what I messaged you because there was something specifically I really wanted to talk about before you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay, so my friend, the great Jake Rhodes of Pandeo Time, very funny guy, sent me on this rabbit hole that has fucked me up for like 7 years.
Okay.
I can't find it. It's only on a Wayback Machine. It was this guy who had a blog spot, and his name was like Lorenzo or something. But the whole thing was about green imperialism and Jared Leto helping start the coup where they're mining lithium. I think it was either Brazil. I can't remember the country where they're mining lithium, but the leader that was leading that coup in that country was best friends and a giant fan of Jared Leto.
Interesting.
And there were all these connections about Jared Leto and Langley and Lookout Mountain, and Jared Leto's whole career doesn't make any sense. He was on.
It doesn't. Even looking at it, I don't really know much about him, but it doesn't make any sense.
Never popular in anything he did.
Mm-hmm.
Never had like big, like if you go to, I'm going to show you right now. So he was in this TV show, Jared Leto filmography. And 30 Seconds to Mars isn't good.
Right.
Like none of it makes sense.
Yeah.
But he has this cult-like thing around him where people worship him. It's hypnotic.
When I found out that 30 Seconds to Mars was the band he was in, I was shocked because I was like, I've heard that name, but I couldn't name a single song of theirs.
He was in this thing called television shows Camp Wilder. Shit like this on ABC. Like kind of failed television sitcoms, and he wasn't that popular in the show. So he was never having big breaks, and he was never having successes, but somehow the industry kept saying, we're going to take our chances on that guy for a very long time. It doesn't even make sense that he played the Joker in Suicide Squad.
Right.
That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. And then he is always kind of just strung along, like American Psycho.
Always.
Yeah, right.
Always. And his band is, for some reason, 30 Seconds to Mars is like relevant. So
and he has that dude.
So obviously the green imperialism thing is like, we need the lithium for like clean energy and EVs and all that stuff.
Right.
But he was helping start a coup in that country, and the guy who was the leader of it, I forget the exact details because I can't find the blog anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a rabbit hole that made me rethink everything to the point that I thought about it so much I forgot it.
Right. Yeah. That happens with a ton of my stuff. Like I'll do so much research on it, and then in a week I don't know any of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that all sounds about right. Especially like he has that like weird military home thing going on.
Have you been to Lookout Mountain?
I haven't. No.
But you know about Laurel Canyon.
Yeah, for sure. See, the thing about Laurel Canyon that's really weird is like, so my dad was signed to Geffen in the 90s.
Really?
And that's how I knew.
You're an industry plant.
Yeah, I'm an industry plant. So the reason that I kind of started doing what I was doing is my dad would tell me about this stuff growing up as like a kid, because he left the music industry because it started getting really crazy. Mm-hmm. And he's like a Catholic, like Christian super, and he started getting super crazy, so he left. And so, but he would just tell me at like 8 years old about like, he'd be like, P. Diddy's gay, or just tell me these things. And so when it comes to like Laurel Canyon, I knew a lot of that stuff just from
your dad knowing the rumors and being
right. My dad just telling me this stuff.
And a weird thing out here in LA is every rumor you hear always turns out to be true.
Right.
It always comes out.
Right.
Which is why I'm still fixated on the Spielberg thing, which I want to get to.
Right. Like, so when it comes to like Dave McGowan and all that stuff, all of that stuff is so insanely fascinating and it's so interesting. And I hate to be that guy, but like it's all like pretty true. Like
they found it on the Wayback Machine. Donkey found it. The deep politics of Jared Leto's cult. For the past year, I've been working on a book project which is going to offer insight into a lot of the bigger political trends. I wish I could post. I'm gonna actually tweet this out so people can see this and follow along, I guess, if they want. I'm gonna see the. This thing got deleted though, like because we were reading it, and I don't even know. Is this even the one? I don't know. Maybe it is. We won't even have time to get into it, but we could talk about it in terms of. It was clear from the outset that this group was aimed to have the grandest possible meaning and was casting the wildest possible net to be all thanks to a lot of people. In their very first interview as a band, the Letos described their music as oblique, atmospheric, and infused with metaphors. So a big thing this article goes into, too, is that his upbringing is very strange. Mm-hmm. He has given many interviews with very, very different accounts of what happened with his childhood and where he grew up. But a lot of it, he mentions growing up in Langley.
Interesting.
And moving there. But
So-
that's very interesting about your. Let me tweet this out so people could see it. That's very interesting about your dad knowing all that stuff.
Yeah, dude, he
even
told-
it's post Manson.
Yeah, like he told me shit that like it just like he was telling me like all of the music industry is just a front for drug trafficking and human trafficking.
Mhm.
And you know, but I was also like 12. And so it's like you probably shouldn't be telling me these things as a child. But you know, it ends up being progressively more and more true to where like I thought my dad was crazy for a long time and it just turns out he's just not. He's
He's just super plugged in.
He's just right and kind of ahead of the curve. But you know, like
I'll show the people Lookout Mountain because they might not know it. I think it's where they've developed the first pictures of the atom bomb.
okay.
And I think from Lookout Mountain, so funny. I love the doubling of everything. The doubling that they do where it's like, make a Lookout Mountain in Georgia too.
Yeah.
Laurel. I drove by it. I mean, it's a big bohemian 1960s rock and roll history and former secret military film studio, Lookout Mountain Air Force Station, and it just happens to be 8935 Wonderland Avenue,
that's-
and it's what Jared Leto bought, and he lives in there.
That's so fucking weird. Yeah,
In the
see,
60s, 70s area was home to musicians like Jim Morrison, Joni Mitchell. Well, obviously that. I hate the Gemini shit. I'm like, I want Gemini to know I'm not a normie.
right.
You know what I mean? This is where they, I guess, developed it. And I think it's high enough up that they could like take pictures, I think, across the ocean. I can't remember exactly. You're a big Dave McGowan guy, but I've only read Program to Kill.
Okay, yeah.
But I need to read Inside Laurel Canyon.
Yeah,
and I
see,
need to read
I've-
Chaos by Tom O'Neill, too.
So the when it comes to like the Laurel Canyon stuff, I knew a lot of it just from my dad and like just like looking around. So I've kind of skimmed parts of it.
Mhm.
I tried to do like a read along of it on my Patreon, but somebody like tried to copyright it or something. But
Oh, shit.
yeah, no, a
Man,
lot
you
of
get
it,
struck a lot, huh?
it's weird. Not really, but lately I think things are kind of starting to get a little maybe too big, and so that's what's kind of going on.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, like it's really crazy to like get to a level with some of this stuff and to start researching things in a way in which you see the movie like Under the Silver Lake and you're like, this is more real than like not, you know? Because it's like the stuff with like Leto or any like Jim Morrison, like Jim Morrison's father was like attached to the Navy and was like basically sort of responsible in part for like the beginning of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like
And the continuation of
Right.
the Vietnam War.
it's because it's not just like, oh, this guy's like dad's like a fucking admiral. It's like really huge shit, kind of like Jack Black's mother, right? Like it's always these really big, hyper involved things, and it's not just like one or two people. Like Ariana Grande's mother is the CEO of some company that builds the telecommunications for the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always shit like that where it's like, oh, that's like huge,
Mhm.
you know, like.
This isn't
So-
just simple Nepo baby, like
Right.
Laura Dern's mom was, you know what I mean?
Right. Because that stuff is there too, but it's you like the mega huge star. Like, how is Jack Black a lead? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I don't know. Right. Like, not to keep harping on him, but like, you know, I don't know, man.
I mean, he's like it's crazy the run he's been on for this long.
Yeah.
He's been killing it for a long time.
Just never slows down.
No.
Keeps going. Keeps going.
He was a Chad, by the way, when he was younger. Have you seen young Jack Black?
Yeah. He,
With the shaved head?
yeah, he,
Look at that.
he looks gnarly, dude. But he also had like a weird, like his brother like died of AIDS like right before he got big. I don't know, dude. It's just,
His brother died of AIDS. I did not know that.
yeah.
Gonna file that away in my brain.
Yeah,
That
you
is
gotta
something I'll be bringing up at cocktail parties. Swirl in my glass. Funny thing, do you know Jack Black's brother died of AIDS before his
1981. You know the year.
Yeah.
Whenever you know the year, people really think you're like a lot more serious than you are.
I agree. Nacho Libre is amazing. I've been listening to the soundtrack of Nacho
Right.
Libre.
Okay. Yeah.
So funny. Sometimes I'll just put on like a super Reddit Chungus like
Yeah.
album and be like, this rocks.
Yeah. You got to get a little chunky every once in a while.
Nacho.
The fucking skinny guy in that. I see guys who look like that skinny guy all over Burbank.
Kyle Gass? Kyle Gass is fat.
No,
oh, you're talking about the skinny Mexican guy?
Yeah. Nacho Libre.
That was the formula in the 2000s is you could have a guy in a weird Speedo type thing, like Borat. Like a bright kind of Speedo, and then his sidekick is just a Mexican guy who doesn't really speak English.
Yeah.
That's the same Napoleon Dynamite kind of.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the joke in Napoleon Dynamite that Pedro is it's a joke that Pedro is a character in the movie.
Right. Yeah, that is the bit.
Because he's Mexican.
Right. Right. So Mexican in Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's funny, man.
I'm just Mexican, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny the idea that a Mexican would win class president.
Vote for
whatever.
Summer. Vote for Summer. It's fucking, there's a callback. There's a Brian Callen callback.
I do love that movie, though. Brian Callen callback.
Brian Callen callback. Yeah. What is that whole thing going to ever end?
I don't know. When we were going to start Limit Party, we couldn't figure out what to do for the studio. And for a while, we thought about actually doing a carbon copy of the Fighter and the Kid
Dude,
set.
that would have been so fucking funny.
But it's such a way. It's like, then what? Then we have to record in the Fighter and the Kid set forever.
Right. Brendan, they wouldn't get it either.
No.
They'd be like, they copied us. I can't believe these guys copied us.
We gaslight them. We're like, you copied us.
Yeah. They'd probably believe it. It'd be like, now we got they're gonna move to Texas before us.
I mean, I don't think the lolcows like them, it doesn't really end until they die.
Yeah, it kind of never goes away.
It never goes. I mean, Chris Chan is still going on. It never, ever ends. There's no ending to people who just make fools of themselves every given day. I mean, Brian Callen's whole Amy Poehler catfish thing. Did you see that? I'm sure you did.
I actually didn't see that one. That's probably the one thing I haven't seen.
He got tricked by a scam Indian guy who messaged him and said, like, hey, this is Amy Poehler's agent. We really want to have you on Amy Poehler's podcast, which is, I think I looked at podcast rankings the other day. I think she has like the second or third biggest podcast in the world in comedy.
That's insane.
Because she's Amy Poehler.
Right.
And she has on like, I mean, she'll have like Obama on, I think, and like Jack Black.
Right.
The biggest stars. And
Brian Callen's like, this checks out.
Post-rape, that's the ego thing of like, post-rape, moving to Texas, thinks Amy Poehler. But apparently they did something in like 96, so we thought they were still friends.
Right.
And this scam artist, Brian, was giving this Indian guy all of his information and like trying to give this like phone number. And like,
that's awesome.
This guy was just collecting information from Brian Callen. And he was like, I think he was telling people publicly that he was going to be on Amy Poehler's podcast. And he was like, I can fly in for it. And they're like, no, sir, it's just fine. If you just give us Social Security, we can hook that up to our Zoom, sir. You're gorgeous. Crazy. Amy Poehler's gorgeous woman. She wants you in studio.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He fell for the whole thing, got completely catfished. And I think they had him do I think they were trying to get his IP address or something because they had him do a fake Zoom where he zoomed in to prepare before the interview. And he was like, "Can you turn the camera on? Like, I can't see Amy. Like, where's Amy? Like,
how did I miss this entire thing? No, you
cannot talk to Amy yet, my friend. We are very close to be set it up here. You just show your credit card and camera. Maybe you get Apple gift card for Amy. Amy love Apple gift card. You live near Apple store, sir." He completely got fooled by it.
He got Poehlered.
They just step on the biggest rakes that there are. And no offense to them or whatever, but like it's very funny.
Well, it's like
it's very, very funny.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's its own metaverse, and especially too, like you're saying, it never ends. Like Shab is moving into being more like kind of like a dad, I guess. Like, and they're just still like posting his Instagram and shit of like him and his kids, and it's like, damn.
My favorite thing is Devin showed me that like. They moved to Texas, and I think they didn't look at their commercial lease and where it was, and apparently there's train tracks right behind them. So Brendan will be like, yeah, I think on Monday, I think the heavyweights got a pretty good chance to just it'll be shaking like this for like a minute. And yeah, and like he has his whiskey and it's just shaking. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but somehow you guys are actually the funniest comedians doing it right now, but accidentally.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I had this like theory that was like, this was actually my worst theory ever, was that like he's actually secretly self-aware, of like everything he's doing.
This is something that's interesting about these guys that were famous and grew with the internet is they're in their 50s now and they're getting one-shotted by everything.
Right.
They're getting one-shotted by AI. They're getting big time
Right.
one-shotted by talking to ChatGPT,
Yeah.
talking to just any LLM and stuff. But then we get to watch them try to figure out how to
Just maneuver the 21st century.
Yes.
yeah.
And it's totally unfair.
right.
It's so unfair, honestly. These people are approaching their 60s, and we're like, they got scammed. It's like, yeah, of course they got scammed.
Yeah. Well, but
They're
here's the
so
thing.
old.
Like, no, like if you're zooming into what you think is like a preparation for an Amy Poehler like appearance, and you can't figure it out then, like that's like a little next level though. You know?
Oh no! It's very embarrassing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
It's very like you got to be a complete fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, well, there is also this.
But I will say, like, check on your parents, because it seems everybody's getting divorced because the dad is talking to an AI.
To an AI chick.
And giving all the money to an AI chick who's not even real.
Right.
And then people are getting divorced, and he never even had a shot at even like getting the pussy.
Right.
Or like leaving his wife for this girl. She never existed.
Because it's an app on his phone. It's
Yes,
not
he has no idea.
Right.
This has happened. This is actually a very common thing now, unfortuntunely.
Yeah. Luckily.
So of course it happened to Brian.
Right. Well, his thing too is more this like ego, all encompassing. Like, I don't know, dude.
My friend's father-in-law fell for a crypto scam from a guy who wasn't even real that he found on TikTok, and he lost all of his money. But he had moved out, and he was in a motel, and he was like, "Fuck you guys." He's like a pastor or something, and he's like he got like a young girlfriend, and he's like, this guy, the crypto is gonna go to $1 million in like 6 months. He's like, I'm just in the motel now. I'm burning through all my cash. I don't give a shit. I have a young girlfriend now. And he goes, he's going to fly us all to Iceland next week. And so he did like kind of the fuck you guys, like,
Right.
I re-upped. None of it happened like they all said it would. And then he started begging her to get back into the house because he had no money. And he's like, please, can I just live with you again? And can I see the kids? And
That's fucking insane.
but he's like 59.
Right.
And he had TikTok, and he just came across a video of a guy saying, you could become a billionaire if you buy my crypto. And it was just a whole rug
Just like a
pull
whole,
thing.
yeah. And he did. He bought it and then.
But this is happening to people who like, it's not like they're unintelligent, dude. It's like you had a mortgage.
Right.
You had a job. You're very literate. You were, like you had the nuclear family. It's not like you're like Gomer Pyle or something.
Right.
You're not slipping on banana pills. This is happening to like dads across America of average intelligence.
And they're just trying to they just need more. Well, it's that like all consuming boomer verse thing where they just need more. They constantly need more. The other thing is too is like they always think they're right.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of like age group. So it's like, well, I've never been wrong before. I bought a house in 1985 and now it's worth $75 million.
Yes.
You know, so like obviously I know what I'm doing.
Obviously, I'm a
Right.
genius. I've destroyed the housing market.
Yeah.
You can't be dumb if you've destroyed the housing market.
Right. That's fucking wild, dude.
Doesn't it feel weird out here that you'll never buy anything or own anything, and then you'll best case scenario in 20 years is you have enough bullets for yourself and a couple other people.
Not even for other people, just for myself at that point, right? Yeah, I was
You're
like,
as long as I have enough for a gun and a few bullets,
Yeah.
I'll be good.
I was thinking about that of just like, if I
A retirement plan out here feels like it's an AR-15.
right. No, an AR-15 is like no. That's not a retirement plan. That's like a fucking going away party. That's like a fucking, you know what I mean? You actually have like feelings at that point.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you want to get an exhilaration before it's all over. No, like I was thinking about it, and it's like I literally you have to go so insanely. Like the Patreon would have to be like 50,000 paid members to retire at this point.
Yeah.
Or to like own anything in LA, like buying anything. I don't.
Dude, you know about this? I'm from Abilene, Texas. You know what's going on in Abilene, Texas right now?
They're building mosques. Is it that?
No, they're building data centers.
Oh shit!
It's where
okay.
Altman's thing is, the open portal
Oh, okay.
AI. Rent there, I was laughing so hard because
Just
anybody that moved from there, dude, everybody was like, you want to go to California and pay all that rent?
right.
What are you going to LA? It's expensive. The traffic's bad. They got to pump in their own water. Now they have scarcity of resources. and rent for like a 3-bedroom trailer is like $3,500 a month.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. They're pushing people out of the city, and it's all they have to do is pay the city council people,
right,
and the mayor. You don't even have to give them that much money, and you can come in and take all the resources. You can, deindustrialize. Well, you're industrializing it, I guess. You're actually you're making you're deindustrializing the zone. You're making it into a sacrifice zone by absorbing, because this thing will be automated anyway.
Right.
And then the people that are moving there are already so rich, they're willing to pay all these rents, and then you're fucked. It's very interesting what's going on.
It's kind of like those towns, like they had like, I think like GM would do them, where it's like everybody in the town works for, the car factory or whatever, kind of one of those. That's wild. Like in my hometown, I'm from like a very small town in California called Phelan, California. It's like a super rural area, super small town. And they're building like an Amazon warehouse there. And it's like, you're talking about getting one-shotted, dude. Like my parents are going to be like, all the people that work at Amazon are going to now be in this like very small town.
Oh, they're
and
bringing employees. They're not going to hire there.
No, it's probably going to be a mixture of both, because they're building a massive warehouse and there's like not enough people up there to like work there. And it's like, dude, the whole city is going to be like people with face tats who like fucking, watch people on TikTok during their break.
Yes.
Who are trying to get into those crypto schemes you were talking about earlier. They're like, I work at Amazon now, but next week I'm going to be homeless outside of a motel because I almost flew to Iceland, That's what's...
I do kind of love it. It's like the great equalizer.
Right.
AI is the great, like, now I no longer hear, like, what do you want to pay all that rent for?
Yeah.
What, or this, too, of
what
like...
are you, from Dallas? That's the only thing I know about Texas is that people complain about Dallas.
Dude, the thing of, like, my dad, like, going to California... I saw the gas was $6 there. $5. Where do you pay all that gas? And now I'm looking in Austin. It's like $5.50.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, there you
and
go.
there's just mosques.
Now you got to shut the fuck up.
Mosques everywhere.
Oh, and you guys don't have the weather, and you just have Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I have the weather, so I could still, we all live in hell, but it's the nice sunshine and birds here. Good bird hunting.
Right. For sure. Yeah, the bird. Yeah. No,
So I'm going to start calling people in Abilene like, what do you want to pay all that rent?
Yeah.
Do you want to come out to L.A. and live in Koreatown?
Right. At least there's creatives out here, and we got a couple of Ashkenazis. They're good at stuff. They're good at being creative. You guys just have football or whatever.
People saying $10 gas is coming to SoCal in August.
I could see it.
I got the cheap Tesla lease. I pay $300 a month for the lease. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I paid $1,000 down, $300 a month to lease.
It's not bad at all.
It's like free.
Yeah.
And it's a write-off.
I just have a shitty fucking Toyota, but it's like gonna run forever.
Yeah.
Like no one is suspecting it's me driving around. Like
I just gotta say I hate going to the pumps because there's always a guy, a little cockroach, comes over and is like, "Hey, you got $5?" And I'm like, if I run into enough of you, I've lived here for 12 years. I've had very weird altercations with them where they get super hostile. And I'm like, one day I'm just going to be pumping gas at 11 p.m. And I'm doing it as fast as possible. But like, the guy from Men in Black, who's a bunch of like a big bug, is going to come up to me and like shoot his antenna through my head. And that will just be it.
Right.
And I'll just be a statistic forever. And it's because I don't drive electric.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, "Well, that was in the fucking files Trump released about aliens. You didn't know about that? You didn't know about the bug aliens that were on Fox News last week?"
We should close on this actually, because I know you probably got to go, right?
I mean, yeah, sure. Whatever.
Did you get into the UFO stuff at all? And do you think it's just a total psyop?
Dude,
I know they've been talking to the Vatican forever about aliens and shit, and like,
yeah,
they're gonna say aliens are actually angels and.
Aliens are... So this is one thing that I think Crowley kind of got right, actually, is his ideas on aliens are very almost like Jungian in this sense, where he wrote about how paranormal phenomenon is essentially your subconscious materializing and manifesting itself into reality.
Mhm.
So like, you know, like we're kind of talking earlier about like, you know, children who are abused or whatever. You have this pent up trauma that becomes this type of energy within your subconscious, and you manifest it external to yourself in reality. And that's how like poltergeists appear or whatever. Right. And he essentially kind of wrote about how, depending on the astrological age that you're in, the paranormal phenomenon will resemble the things in your age. So like right now, it would be like, it would manifest itself as an alien or something like that, right? So that's something I think is really interesting, because I don't think that there's anything coming from other planets. I really don't. And I think that the other dimension, like the interdimensional aliens or whatever, I think it is like a subconscious dimension. Like that's kind of what I believe it is. So I would think it was more interdimensional. But like, I don't think it's like there's ships coming from underneath the ocean and which it could be, I guess. But like, I think it is more of they're trying to manipulate our subconscious into believing that aliens are going to come. And then in us believing it, we will subconsciously manifest it materially, and then it will become real. That's like what Crowley kind of talked about. And I could see that being the reason why they were so psyopy about it for like months, where it's like Joe Rogan has on like Bob Lazar at the same time that Barack Obama's talking about it, Trump is talking about it. You have like these like, have you seen the thing about the pastors getting like intel from like...
Yeah, and the Vatican too, I believe.
Yeah.
That was months and months ago though.
Right, and it's just been like from every angle, like constantly, to the point...
It's going to be wedded with religion,
right,
whatever
yes,
it is.
Yeah, and the thing that... This is I believe that they allowed Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, to return to sort of shoehorn in the alien shit. Because like, and I did a video on this, like, Ye is this kind of artist who like he never revisits old themes. Like he's always moving forward, and his like new stage design is like Earth, right? And he's like revisiting all this alien stuff, but never in his career of like, you know, 20 years has he ever done that. And I'm like, that's like really weird, because like what he got kicked off of Twitter from was he posted an image, a symbol that was the Star of Remphan or the Star of David, with a swastika inside of it. And that's a symbol of this cult called the Raelian cult. And the Raelian cult believes that there are 40 alien human hybrids who have came down, and that's what Jesus was, that's what Buddha was, right? They believe that all of these sort of mythical, like religious figures are these like alien human hybrids. And then Ye started believing he was one of them. So he was tweeting about that like a few years ago. Turns out that cult is the cult that was like actually claiming they had cloned people in like 2002. So they were like actually trying to show and prove that they had cloned people in Korea. It's like this really crazy like threat. It's like really crazy.
When Alex Jones was talking about the chimeras and stuff, is that what he was referencing, that cult?
It's kind of all tied into that whole thing. And so like, I don't know, Ye just referencing that, and it's like, you know, tied in with this alien shit. Like the statements that he made in the way in which he made them, it's pretty crazy to like have him come back in the way that he did. Just all of a sudden he's like, sold out SoFi. You know, I don't know. I think that's pretty wild. And so I believe that that's all kind of tied in. And I really do think the alien thing is more of them trying to get us to convince ourselves that aliens are going to come. And then that will manifest them and then solidify them as being like our gods. Because like people that like, again, to reference like Chris Gabriel, he's like talked about like over time, that's like how the gods would appear, is like Moloch, for example, was like an actual physical deity that was, because the public, you know, believed in him so much that it would actually materialize. So it's like
an eater of children.
Yeah. And then they would give it its babies, and then they still do that in Hollywood today. So, you know, but that's kind of what I think the alien thing is. I don't know. Kind of a long tangent, but
yeah, I didn't look into the UFO files because I just assume anything they're giving us is because they want us to read it. So I'm like, I'm not going to.
Well, yeah, some people...
You see what they want you to see, so I'm just averting my eye.
Yeah, like, I looked at a couple things, but it was, like, people in my Patreon, like, sharing images, and they were like, this has been out for, like, years. So it was kind of like the same thing that Trump did with Epstein, like, years ago, when it was just, like, the folder that everybody was showing up, and it's just stuff that's, like, been on the internet for a long time anyways, so... Have
you seen the Mexican aliens one?
Yeah.
Someone just shared it. I kind of want to see the image again because it's so funny. This is so funny. This is so funny.
Mexico
Fuck.
Pulling back the curtain on what they believe are aliens and put 2 of those corpses on display. Take a look. These small mummified specimens were unveiled at Mexico's first ever
This is
UFO
when I see
hearing.
stuff like this, I'm like, I love being alive right now.
Yeah, dude. It literally looks like the laugh my ass off meme. It's like so ridiculous.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it looks like E.T. You're right. The alleged alien corpses were...
Have you read all the stories about that one sighting where they saw a comet land in, like, it was like Pan America or like South America, and there was a thing that scratched a bunch of people and like ripped someone's arm off?
No.
I forget that one specifically.
Found in Peru.
Maybe someone in the chat will know.
They're believed to be 700...
I wish I was more of an alien buff. It's kind of a blind...
I'm not a big alien guy either.
...spot for me, yeah.
I just...
To 1,800 years old.
It's just so funny, though.
Yeah,
honestly, like, I can't really look into aliens too much because they're always so funny to me. Like, like an alien...
Yeah, they are kind of silly.
Yeah.
They're like very... Like if a little 3-foot thing walked in right now, and they're like,
It's so funny.
I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. I'm the Joker of comedy.
The aliens were also shown, and experts say one of the bodies has eggs inside of it. Maybe we could have alien babies.
A lot going on in Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the news is so fucking awful.
I know.
A lot going on in Peru. Like people just watch that shit all fucking day, and they're like, "Did you hear?"
Are they watching it though, or are they staring at pixels?
No, they are watching it. They're watching it with Candy Crush. They're watching it while forgetting how to play Candy Crush. You know, Candy Crush is open, and they're forgetting They're like, "How did I do that?" And they're forgetting the whole time.
I've know a couple people that like they'll pull out their phone when they're bored and they play games where they're like popping bubbles, and it's like you gotta stop or we're not gonna be friends anymore.
Right.
This can't be what you choose to do at the time God's given you.
They're like, this is a part of my ketamine therapy, though.
It's like, what should I do? It's like, man, anything.
Just
literally anything.
Work on breathing. Like, just let's figure it out.
Okay, well, that was fun.
Yeah, dude, thank you for having me. Seriously, this was really cool, man.
Do you want to get food, or are you going home? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe go grab some food.
I guess you got traffic now. Checking my email to make sure I'm not. People didn't email me something crazy that I gotta watch. Sometimes people do that during the show. But let's do you want to do your plugs?
Yeah, my Patreon has my full videos. I do like, hour to 2 hour breakdowns on things, kind of a podcast hybrid thing. And then my YouTube has like trailers for that. Sometimes I'll do like a full episode on my YouTube. And then I have an Instagram, Izzy N Griffin. It's all just the same thing, Izzy N Griffin.
What's the membership options here? You only do free?
No, I have hell no. No, I have I do like free trials. I have a $5 tier, $10 tier. $10 tier is like the main one. I do like bi-weekly drops. I drop like...
Oh yeah, and the shirt. Let me show the shirt.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
an amazing shirt.
Yeah,
I have merch stuff.
Not a ton. I'm coming out with more in the future. I just thought I would bring you that.
That's very nice. It's very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. So
what
yeah,
did they get on the Patreon? More videos?
Yeah, I do at least like one breakdown a week. Usually 2, sometimes even more. It just kind of depends. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming out in the future, and I'm just like always increasing the quality and try and make like an actual good product. I feel like we're talking about, like there's so many people who just like are just fucking grifting and saying nothing. I'm always trying to like actually introduce like real ideas that are new and different, and not just kind of say, we're all gonna die soon.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not useful. It's just...
Right. Yeah. Just like making people sad and scared and freaked out. There's already enough of that going on. So.
Okay. But, well, I'll pull up your Instagram too. Yeah, let me pull that up. See if Jeff Dye messaged me back. He did not. I'm trying to get in contact with him. He'll never respond. That's fine. We're in a temporary ceasefire right now. But during the ceasefire, you have to negotiate ending the war. You know? So hopefully,
constantly.
I'm reaching out. I'll be running into him, I'm sure.
It's like Churchill and Adolf.
Exactly.
Now, which one are you? Are you the drunk Englishman or?
I'm drunk Hitler.
Right. I'm all, he didn't drink. I get really defensive. He didn't drink at all.
He didn't drink. He's a pill guy. He put morphine droppers in his eyeball.
Really?
Yeah, like Dilaudid and shit, like crazy stuff.
That's fucking wild, dude. That's wild.
JFK was really fucked up on drugs too.
Yeah, he had like a pain problem back.
So you don't get in trouble with having the retard hat?
Yeah, nope. Formerly known as Kanye. Nope, I don't. I don't. If I do, I don't know about it. I probably do. But yeah, people used to get like actual legitimate warnings when they followed me. I don't know when they stopped doing that, but there was like an actual pop-up that would happen. It was like a warning.
At Izzy N Griffin and you're verified. How'd you get that?
I'm actually like a partner with Meta now. Like as of a couple days ago, they like sent me a thing. Because lately I've been going super viral. So yeah, they like officially, I don't have to pay $15 a month for it anymore. It's like an official thing.
What is this thing? Someone says, I want to see Izzy talk with Ariel Pink. Do you know Ariel Pink? I think Ariel Pink lives in LA, but I'm not sure.
Interesting. I know someone who knows him, and a few years ago, I was doing this like kind of like independent sketch comedy thing, and we were trying to get him, which would have been very interesting, but nothing ever came of it. So Ariel Pink's a cool guy.
I wonder why they're referencing Ariel Pink. I've never heard Ariel Pink talk.
I mean, he was like a musician. I don't know. I don't know.
I know he got in trouble for being a MAGA guy.
Like
he like a Jan 6 guy.
He got like super canceled for that.
Yeah, but I think he just liked Trump when you weren't supposed to do that in Hollywood yet.
Right. And he also like went to the Capitol, I guess.
Oh, did he really?
I don't know. I thought.
Who knows?
Maybe.
I'll confirm it real quick. I don't want to besmirch the guy's name. Ariel Pink. Why is he canceled? I think he got canceled for something kind of retarded. He was canceled. Oh no, he was at the pro-Donald Trump rally on Jan 6.
Okay, I was.
You know who I hung out with was Jay Johnstone, the guy from Bob's Burgers who went to the Capitol.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't storm it though. He was just there.
Yeah, he was one of the people I was trying to like work with on this sketch show thing. Jay Johnstone.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's awesome. I had an amazing night with him at the Magic Castle.
Interesting. Yeah, this was like a couple of years ago, and then like something really weird happened with that whole thing. But yeah,
he's not like a crazy political guy or anything.
Yeah, he's.
And I love Tim Heidecker, but I think Tim Heidecker was the one shouting like, it's him, get him, and like trying to get all of Twitter to.
Right. To.
I think the FBI probably already, they're just trying to make examples of people.
Yeah. I think too, like the FBI fully knew probably what they were going to do with everybody who was involved with that anyways, right? Like it's kind of like a big show. I feel like a lot of it.
Jay said like his friend was like, do you want to fly in and come to this thing? It could be an interesting spectacle. And he was like, yeah, sure. So he flew in and they were like, I guess they were hanging out the night before and like drinking. Like he was like, I'm in DC. I'm having fun. We're going to go to this thing. It's like an interesting spectacle. Obviously had no idea someone was going to storm the Capitol and shit.
He had no idea that it was even going to be.
He didn't go in. He just,
yeah.
There's just pictures of him at the thing.
Just there. Right. Yeah, that's.
I would have fucking gone.
Right.
I totally would have, hey, there's going to be this weird rally I'm like, wow, I'm there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it would have been so cool to see.
Well, the way the whole 2020 election went down, too, it's like, it was very strange. We'll put it that way. Like the way
every election's fake.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But that one in particular, it was like, you just turned it off and now it's back on and now the other guy's winning.
Yeah.
I would have gone. I didn't have any money. I was too drunk.
Absolutely, I would have gone.
For sure. I would have probably gone.
I would have been on a Spirit Airlines flight.
I would have gone inside. I would have been on Frontier freaking out about how I had to pay $200 for my bag to go in the overhead.
Dude, I bet I would have ran because I have such an authority complex. I would have ran and they got hit by one of those pipe bombs that was going off.
Right. Yeah.
Because feds were planning weird pipe bombs that were going off.
Yeah.
Made no sense.
I was like watching that whole thing like live at work actually. And it was so crazy just watching the way it all unfolded. Even like, this is like really schizo kind of shit, but even if you like watch the inauguration of Biden, it's not a normal inauguration. So like people who are like super into like Trump is secretly the president, if you really pay attention, like there's something going on that's like strange. And like obviously, that's like super QAnon shit, which is like its own psyop. But like there is some weird stuff with the inauguration where it's like the 21 gun salute, it's like weird, like a whole bunch of different parts of it really played into this whole like Q thing. And Q is this like kind of fun thing where you're like, yeah, dude, everybody's going to get saved and we don't have to do anything, like, so yeah, the whole thing's fucking wild.
Izzy Griffin, everybody, right now we're ending the show.
My chain, my chain, my chain, my chain. Don't you like my chain?